My name is Su Haoran. She's Tang Sini, the daughter of the Tang Corporation, and my wife by a pre-arranged marriage between my master and her father. You can't force love, but I won't refuse the money. I turned to leave and said, I'll think about finding another woman, but one day, I'll make you fall in love with me. Get out. Get out of here. The more she thought about it, the angrier she got, so she called her dad. Dad, get Su Haoran transferred to Africa immediately. I'll handle things in East Asia myself. Sini, whether you agree to this marriage or not is not up to you. Dad's doing this for your own good. You'll understand someday. Then he hung up. Back in my room, I couldn't help but think. This chick's got a bit of a temper, but she probably has a nice figure. I like that. Can't just lie here on my wedding night. So I used one of the 6 supernatural powers of Buddhism. The divine eye, which can see through all things. I saw Tang Sini taking a shower upstairs. Whoa. Elephant legs, bucket waist, she's really something. Looking at my own wife shouldn't be illegal, right? Suddenly I saw an intruder. I hurried upstairs. I saw her wrapped in a bathrobe, trembling as she said, Su Haoran, help me. Seeing this, I quickly gave her my coat. You didn't just come out without any clothes on, did you? I turned and addressed the uninvited guests. Are you guys worthy of gazing upon my wife's jade-like body? Without a word, the other guy charged at me with a knife. I grabbed his hand, and knocked him to the ground with a punch. The other man in black was dumbfounded. Too fast. This guy is too strong. Seeing this, he jumped out the window to escape. You looked at my wife and still want to run. I also jumped from the 10th floor. At this time, the Tang family's butler also rushed over. He was relieved to hear I went after the man in black. With him around, miss, you'll be fine. Tang Sini asked curiously upon hearing this. How can both you and my dad be so confident in him? He's one of the top fighters in Group G. How could a disciple of Mr. Huanqing not be formidable? Elsewhere, I clutched my injured arm. Damn it, to think there was an ambush. Suddenly, a man in black on a Suzuki 250 tried to run me over. I smirked. I quickly flicked out 3 silver needles. He immediately collapsed. He was very puzzled. Wasn't I injured? Humph. Would you have come to me if I hadn't pretended? I took out 3 needles and threatened him, asking, tell me, who sent you? He struggled to utter the words, Bao He Tang, before dying. I used my clairvoyance, and discovered a tattoo on his back. It was the mark of the Japanese Black Dragon Society. Based on Agent S's intel, I came to the most famous medical clinic in Songshan City. Bao He Tang. I heard Dr. Song, the owner, only deals with celebrities and the elite. How did he get involved with the Black God Society? Just as I was about to go in and check it out, a BYD weaving crazily drove past me. I bet the driver was some dude with stinky feet. Unexpectedly, a girl with short hair got out. Hey there, handsome, I feel so bad. I gulped when I saw her. My bad, this driver's awesome. I saw her come out with a bag of money and say, hey, handsome young man, can you take me to a nearby hospital? I can pay you. I rushed towards her without hesitation, rolled up my sleeves, and checked her pulse. Not good, she's been poisoned. I rushed her to a nearby hotel. Exactly, a hotel. The young man at the front desk had clearly seen it all before. Oh, young people these days are so open. I didn't know what to say. Alright, I get it. It's room 305. Go there. I arrived at the room and put her on the bed. I lifted her clothes, and inserted 3 moxibustion needles into her abdomen from a distance. She woke up soon after. Seeing the unfamiliar surroundings and a man, she asked the 3 classic questions. Where am I? Who are you? What did you do to me? I quickly explained, you were drugged. I saved you. How much did you drink? You smell so strongly of alcohol. Turns out she went to a friend's birthday party, and was forced to drink by a strange man. Then she snuck out while going to the restroom. I pulled back her covers and said, it's a common tactic these days. She pulled the covers back in a panic. BT. What are you doing? So annoying. I grabbed her hands and pinned them to the bed. I'm going to remove the needle. Don't move, or I might stab you again later. Then I quickly pulled out an acupuncture needle. It hurt her so much she screamed. Even the receptionist downstairs heard it. Damn, with a sound that loud, it must be a good position. As I removed the remaining acupuncture needles, I asked her name. My name is Su Haoran. What's yours? I'm Dong Shishir. Just call me Shishir. She asked in surprise. Are you the pretty boy who married Sini? I'm her best friend. Oh, so I'm that all-powerful pretty boy. I've untied your D. I'm leaving now. Then I turned around and was about to leave. Seeing this, she kindly reminded me. Brother-in-law, you need to be careful. You married Sister Sini, the goddess of Songshan City. There will be many rivals after you. I said dismissively. Whatever. They're just a disorganized mob. Back home, I told Uncle Wu Wang, the housekeeper. that they were members of the Japanese Black God Society. They're ruthless, so we need to be prepared. Tang Sini, who was nearby, overheard that they were from the Black God Society, and became worried about me. After the housekeeper left, she feigned composure and asked, Su Haoran, why were you out for so long? Ha, got you. Didn't you give me money to go out and have fun? Shouldn't I enjoy myself a bit longer? You should just stay away forever. She left angrily after hearing this. The next day, Tang Sini kicked open my bedroom door. Get up, you lazy bum. She ripped off my blanket and saw my naked body. She quickly turned her head, covering her face, and said, Ah. Why aren't you wearing clothes while sleeping? Ha. Just a habit, a habit. As she was about to leave, she said, Get up quickly and take me to the company. Ting. I'll definitely embarrass you this time. This woman ripped my blanket off, and saw my sleeping body. She turned around shyly and said, Hurry up and get dressed to take me to work. I had no choice but to drive her Porsche and take her to work. On the way, Tang Sini asked curiously, Your kung fu is so strong, was it Master Huanqing who taught you? I thought your charlatan master only knew how to tell fortunes. Well, he is a bit of a charlatan. But the fact that your Tang family has become one of the world's largest corporations is inseparable from my master's guidance. Annoyed that his family business still relies on his master's guidance, he said, Besides kung fu, can you play pool? Yes. So she took me to her family's private club, and prepared to have their family's pool queen give me a lesson. I watched as she bent over, stuck out her backside, and took a professional stance to break. She pocketed 4 balls with 1 shot. Tang Sini, standing beside us, was very happy. See? Sister Shue's skills are better than yours, right? She seemed to understand the young lady's intention. She didn't run the table. She left me a tough shot. Piece of cake. Watch this. I'll use a cross-table bank shot into the side pocket. Even the waitress next to us was impressed. Seeing the 8-ball blocking the 3-ball, Tang Sini said smugly, You're going down. Hey, how about a game of dice? If I win, let me kiss you. No way. Suddenly, a voice of dissent appeared. It was Song X Bao, the young master of Bao He Tang. You think you're worthy of kissing Sini? Of course I am. She's my wife. At this moment, Tang Sini's best friend, Dong Xiu, also ran over. He taunted, Song X Bao, you're not even as tall as my brother-in-law's leg. He immediately took 10,000 points of critical damage. Furious, he said to me, Kid, I bet you 100,000 yuan that you can't make this shot. Do you dare? Sure, but if you lose, you have to get out of here. I can cheat, you know. I'll use my clairvoyance to see the ball's trajectory, and easily sink it with my left hand. What? Song X Bao's face was filled with disbelief. He fiercely threw down a bank card. Isn't it just 1 million? Here you go, you poor loser. Young Master Song just left like that. He should have rolled out. And then, he expertly rolled out. His D-grade acting is still pretty good. After that little interlude, we enjoyed a bountiful dinner. Shusher complimented my excellent medical skills. She said that a few days ago, she was cured after a few acupuncture needles for her poisoning. I responded modestly. My acupuncture skills were taught to me by my master. Shur suggested I help General Ji Kiev's daughter. He commands the mercenary group codenamed Destruction overseas. In politics, business, and even the underworld, he's a prominent figure. If I can get on his good side, the Tang Corporation's overseas operations will be safe. Tang Sini asked curiously, How do you know so much about Kiev? Would you believe me if I said we've drank and chased girls together? TSK. They clearly didn't believe me. The next day, we went to find this general's daughter, Kumiva. The Russian general's daughter curiously asked, Mr. Su, you're so young, can you really cure my illness? If it's an illness, it can be treated. Let me take a look first. Su Haoran, do you know who Kumieva is? Even my father, the divine Dr. Song, isn't sure he can do it. There's not only that clown Song X Bao on the scene, but also several top bosses from Song's Han S. Your dad can't even cure this and still calls himself a divine doctor. He was immediately speechless and said angrily, If you can't cure her, you need to publicly apologize to Bao H. Tang, and hand over 50% of the shares of Tang's Dong Y Logistics City. The sisters beside me couldn't hold back any longer. Shameless. How dare you ask for that? I raised my hand to stop them. Fine. If I cure her, you will transfer Bao H. Tang to me, then get out of Song's Han and never come back. I also want to open a Heorantang clinic. I agree. Divine Dr. Song says, it's worth betting Bao H. Tang for 50% of the Dong Y Logistics City shares. I'll take Kumieva's pulse. Strange. Although she has excessive internal heat, there's nothing else wrong with her. I can only use my clairvoyance to see inside her body. Wow, Russian girls develop really well. I found a downy needle hidden behind her brainstem. I deduced. Your headache started a year ago, right? And they always occur in the morning. Did you come into contact with any strangers around that time? So, a year ago, her dad hired a Southeast Asian shaman to perform a blessing for her. I'm just reminding you. The treatment process will be a little painful. You'll have to bear with it. The big shots on the side couldn't help but praise me. This young man is definitely a surgical god. I took out 7 moxibustion needles and stabbed them towards the top of her head. Dr. Song said in a panic. Humans have 7 emotions which can cause all kinds of harm. The Big Dipper guides us north. Why did he lose the 7-star needle technique? As expected of divine Dr. Song, you're so knowledgeable. Do you want to learn it? Get me a bowl of water. He hurried to fetch me water, trying to gain my favor. I quickly pulled out the needles, and showed them to Kumiura. There, that's the root of your problem. Shusher asked curiously. Brother-in-law, what is this thing? This villus is extremely sensitive to temperature. It's been lodged in her brainstem, affecting her cranial nerves. Now that it's out, she should be fine. Kumieva happily hugged me, and kissed me. Was I just forcibly kissed by this beautiful Russian LS? Suddenly, I felt a strong S-energy behind me. Tang Sini pulled us apart, and took my arm, saying, Miss Kumieva, you still have needles in your head. I quickly removed the moxibustion needles for her. After removing the needles, seeing that she was cured, she gratefully said, the needles are removed. Mr. Su, you cured my illness. Finish up. How about I treat you to a trip to Russia? Tang Sini quickly answered. Haren is a doctor. Treating illnesses is his duty. Besides, he doesn't have time to travel to Russia. Use your secret technique, the twisting waist pinch, on me. Right. My wife is absolutely right. The big shots on the side were scrambling to have me examine them. Seeing how remarkable my medical skills are, Tang Sini's heart skipped a beat. He's really amazing. Seeing this, Dr. Song said fawningly, Mr. Su, about that 7-star acupuncture technique. We'll talk about that later. First, transfer Bao H. Tang to me. He thought to himself that he couldn't lose face in front of these big shots. Besides, the 7-star acupuncture technique was far more valuable than Bao H. Tang. We signed the agreement very quickly. He impatiently asked, can you teach me now? Teach you what? I never agreed to teach you. I only said that teaching the 7-star acupuncture is easy. Besides, you're a spy, are you qualified to learn it? I said to Dr. Song. Little G isn't qualified to learn higher medicine. He was so angry he fainted on the spot. Seeing his father faint, Song Bao snarled. Surnamed Su, I guarantee you won't have any good days ahead. Whatever, bring it on, I replied. But you and your father must get out of S Mountain City. Just you wait. Then they left dejectedly. After they left, the two beauties started chatting. Miss Komieva, you are truly a beauty that could make fish sink and geese fall from the sky. Oh, you flatter me. You possess a beauty that could shame the moon and flowers. While they were flattering each other, I slipped out to make a call. Uncle Wu Wang, keep an eye on Dr. Song and his son for me. They were the ones responsible for what happened to Tang, and they're all members of the RG Black God Society. After they confessed, I took Tang Sini and was about to leave. Miss Kamiva, let's chat another day, she said apologetically. My bad, I'm interrupting your honeymoon. Once outside, Tang Sini asked casually, Komieva is beautiful, isn't she? Yeah, much better than that ice queen with a perpetual frown. We've been married for days and she won't let me touch her. She's showing her true colors. What do you want to touch? The other side. The returning divine Dr. Song raged. I've lost all face today. Immediately notify the Black God Society to mobilize. We must eliminate Su Haran tonight. Then the Black God Society sent me his information. I was instantly terrified. He's actually the leader of the Tiger Fang wild beast hunters. In the Western underworld, he's known as the King of the Underground. Will the Black God Society still be willing to take action against him? He urged Song Xiaobao to leave Song's Han S with him. They'd wait and see what the Black God Society's attitude was first. Back home, Uncle Wu Wang told me they had already left Song's Han S. Little G wouldn't leave easily. They would make a move tonight. I asked if there was any way to get some weapons. So Uncle Wu Wang took me to an abandoned factory. There's a huge arsenal down here. Even RPGs and barracks. Then I saw a little girl holding a sniper rifle. I asked curiously, she's so young and handling guns. Don't her parents care? Uncle Wu Wang quickly said, mind your own business and pick a gun. I picked up a gun and tried it out. It's not bad, but unfortunately, someone's already zeroed it. The girl spoke up. Are you saying my zeroing is no good? Ting. Zeroing a rifle should be done by the person using it. Bang. Suddenly, a bullet whizzed past my ear. I saw her shouldering a Barrett and saying, say that again. A girl with a sniper rifle challenged me, the underground king of marksmanship. It's time to teach her a lesson. I assembled a handgun in just 3 seconds, and fired 3 shots at a target 800 meters away. Jolene said in disbelief. All 3 shots hit the exact same spot. I said modestly, "Don't be so shocked." This Q technique relies heavily on luck. She instantly became a little fangirl. She grabbed my hand and placed it on her chest. "Can you be my master and teach me how to use Q?" "Humph. You just shot at me. How could I dare take on a disciple like that?" She wrapped her arm around mine and said coquettishly, "I was wrong just now. I promise to listen to master from now on." The way she's rubbing against me, the feeling on my arm is so comfortable. Just then, the receptionist noticed someone outside. Annoyed, I said, "Don't worry about them. We're closed today. I need to focus on winning over my master. I feel like I'm about to lose it if I stay any longer." The receptionist checked the monitors and said they had arrived. I took a closer look and realized they were young Master Song's 2 bodyguards. Xiao Li thought to herself, "This is my chance to shine." She volunteered to take care of them. She went to a high vantage point and expertly set up the Barrett. She aimed at them with the 15x scope. Bang! Unexpectedly, the bodyguard spotted a large bill on the ground. He bent down to pick it up, just dodging the bullet. Frightened, they quickly ducked behind the wall. Seeing this, Jolie was furious. How dare he pick up money at a time like this? Shoot him. Now they're hiding, how can I shoot them? I activated my Sharingan and saw them clearly. Then I fired 2 shots at the wall. I fired all my shots at the same spot, penetrating the wall and killing him. Yi Li, who was standing next to me, was stunned. Is this something a human can do? She secretly swore to become my apprentice at any cost. Before the female bodyguard could react, I had my gun pressed against her. I interrogated her about Song X Bao's next move against the Tang family. "Hand over your phone or I'll blow your pretty face off." She didn't forget to threaten me with the Black God Society. You should know how terrifying our Black God Society is. Ha! The Black God Society is nothing to me. Look at my disdainful expression. She realized I wasn't joking. I tossed my phone to Uncle Wu Wang and said, "There will be over 30 assassins coming tonight to kill Tang Cini. The local show's logistics is also involved." Evening. Yi Li followed me home, clinging to me like a leech, with her weapon. Tang Cini seemed to know her. "Xiao Yi Li, why are you at my house?" "Ting, do you think I want to be here?" "I'm just following my master." Tang Cini seemed to have found some leverage. "If you want to be Haren's student, you have to get through me first." In order to become her student, Yi Li chose to compromise. "So what do you want?" Tang Cini sat on the sofa with a triumphant look. "My shoulders have been aching lately. Come and give me a shoulder rub." At this moment, Uncle Wu Wang came over with his bodyguards and said, "They've surrounded the villa." I told him to distribute the money among the brothers. "Take them to the attic. I can handle the people downstairs by myself." When Tang Cini heard I was going alone, she said it wouldn't work, it's too dangerous alone. I used a cabinet pose and said domineeringly, "I don't care what you think. If I think it's okay, then it's okay. Even if the sky falls, I, your man, will hold it up." On a dark and windy night, dozens of RGS agents secretly infiltrated my villa. Little did they know, I was inside, waiting impatiently. "What are you all sneaking around for?" Seeing that they'd been discovered, they walked out and shouted, "Hey you, what are you doing?" I sat casually and made the G sign with my hand. "We're here to eat. Stop stalling, okay? Let's do this together." "Humph. Kid, do you know how to write the letter S?" I teleported behind him and asked, "Do you know?" Then I slit his throat. "Now you definitely know. I don't usually like killing SS, but you little Japs are exceptions." Baka. The SS soldier, just reacting, prepared to shoot. I ducked down and quickly rushed towards him, grabbed his hand, seized the gun, and shot him in the head. Tang Cini, upstairs, saw how skilled I was. Dad said I'd understand someday, now I do. My bodyguards were watching the fight and cheering me on. Spit in his face. Spit in his eyes. Kick him in the groin. I vaguely heard their martial arts instructions, and used Lingbo microstep to swiftly take them down. Then I threw a flying knife and took out the escaping sniper. The remaining few trembled and said, "This guy is terrifying. We've almost died and haven't even touched the hem of his clothes. Run. He's a total death god." They turned and fled. I calmly took out a few silver needles. "Did you think I'd let you go?" I soared dozens of meters into the air, accurately shoot them in the head. The last Z remaining immediately knelt down and begged for mercy. "I beg you, please spare my life. I promise to leave the Black God Society and never step foot in H City again." Seeing his pathetic state, I scoffed. "I thought you RG guys all had a warrior spirit. Call your boss." I picked up the phone and said to the person on the other end, "It's not Song Xiaobao. Don't worry, Yagyu Shinichi. I'll come to you soon." On the other end of the phone, Yagyu Shinichi was trembling all over. "All the S-rank assassins we sent are dead. This Su Haran is too terrifying. We've definitely been targeted. Even escaping might be useless. Junior suggested we could put a hit on him on the dark web. As long as we're willing to spend the money, taking out Su Haran shouldn't be a problem. They both felt much more relieved. On the other side of the world, on the island of Xia, a pretty blonde woman was looking at my bounty on the dark web. Eliminate Su Haran of Xia Songshan. Reward, 10 million, she said to herself with glee. Brother Hu, you actually came back to H-City, and someone wants to kill you. I'm coming to H-City to find you right now. I'm doing indescribable things with my apprentice, Eli. Ah, master, be gentler, it hurts. Unexpectedly, Tang Sini, who was passing by, heard it. She immediately exploded and wanted to go in and catch them. The maid quickly stopped her. Miss, calm down. If you go in now, there's no going back. Then she furtively opened the door and peeked. He was just giving Eli a massage and setting her bones. Tang Sini breathed a sigh of relief. Thank goodness, they weren't doing that, but I'm still annoyed. Why is my husband giving her a massage? Just then, I received a call from Shusha. I heard her cries for help. She appeared urgently and said to me, Haran, something's happened to Shusha. She cried out for help after just a few words on the call. I immediately set off for the old Bao He Tang. Shusha was supervising its renovation into Hao Ran Tang for me. At that moment, a little boy handed me a note. Big brother, a man asked me to give you this. He also said you'd give me 100 yuan if you got the note. Having no choice, I gave the boy a large bill. The note said, Su Haran, if you want to save Dong Shiyu, come to Bargio. Interesting. Pulling this stunt even cost me 100 yuan. I quickly arrived at this Nightingale bar. The lackey leading the way was very arrogant. Wait here. I'll go and announce you. Wait. I'm a very impatient person. I'll just barge right in. Inside, a playboy was enjoying some family fun. A lackey beside him was chattering non-stop. You little punk, do you have a death wish? Damn it. I just shoved him lightly, and he flew dozens of meters. I'm in no mood to know who you are. Release Shusha. This rich kid immediately got annoyed. I'm Tong Yuanzheng, one of the 3 young masters of Songshan. If you want Shusha, you have to agree to my conditions. I slapped him across the face, sending him flying. Then I stepped on his head and said with disdain, Song X Bao also called himself one of the 3 young masters of Songshan. You're all asking for a beating. He hurriedly told a girl to go get someone. Soon, the boss of the place arrived. Brother, my name is Lan Yong. This bar is under my protection. Can you give me some face? I just watched him and applied a little more pressure. Seeing I remained unmoved, he brought up his backing. Since you're not giving me face, have you heard of Blue Steel, the #1 gangster in Songshan SHD? Your dad's the one with a little bird tattooed on his chest, right? He quickly retorted. That's not a little bird, it's a phoenix. Whatever it is, call him and tell him to run over here to see me. Pfft. He's speechless. My dad's the top dog in Songshan's underworld. Who are you to make my dad run to see you? So annoying. If you won't call him, I will. Hey, old Lon. I'm at the Nightingale bar. I need to see you now. Is this Mr. Su? I'll run over there right away. Whoa. Since when has my awesome, imposing dad been so subservient? Release Shusha before my father arrives. You actually kidnapped Miss Dong. Apparently, Lan Yong is completely unaware of this. Seeing this, I don't want to make things difficult for him. Bored, I said to young Master Tong. My foot's getting tired from stepping. Let's change positions. Soon, Shusha, dressed in a school uniform, was brought over. Your school uniform style is not bad today, she said with a pure expression. Brother-in-law, whatever style you like, I can do it. I gulped. Thinking, she's saying some pretty outrageous things with such an innocent face. I quickly changed the subject. Back to business, do you recognize this person? Yes, but I can barely recognize is this human. The dignified Tang Song, the top official of S City's H district, was humbling himself and apologizing to me. He even punched EZ hard. Mr. Su, old Lon is late. Did my son make you angry? Tell me what happened first, and then I'll continue to discipline him. Xiao Yuanjing, standing to the side, was instantly in despair. This boss beats up his own son before even knowing what's going on. Seeing this, I didn't make things difficult for him. You have a seat first. I'll settle the score with young Master Tong. Lan Gang quickly said. I'll just stand and watch. Just go ahead with your work. I turned to Tong Yuanzheng. You had a kid pass me a note, right? And charged me 1 million. This money, shouldn't you return it to me? He realized something was wrong. I only told him to ask for 100. Lan Gang said from the side. Hey, Tong, don't tell me you didn't. Faced with the E-forces, he had to accept reality. Yes, there was such a thing. Don't worry. I also took a taxi from the Tang residence to the clinic and then here. The taxi fare cost 2 million. Seeing this, Shusha chimed in. Brother-in-law, you also owe me for emotional distress. Oh, right. I won't charge much, just 5 million. He tearfully handed over his gold card. I calmly accepted the gold card and prepared to leave, saying, Lao Lan, you take care of things here, and tell the Tong family to restrain themselves. After we left, Lan Yong asked, puzzled, Dad, why were you so respectful to Mr. Su? Lan Gang recalled, 2 years ago, I was kidnapped overseas. He single-handedly took down over 40 people armed with AKs. If it weren't for Mr. Su, I would be dead. Outside, Shishir said happily, Cindy wants me to move in with you guys. Do you welcome Shishir? Damn, Cindy wants to team up with Shishir against Joyly. I certainly don't mind. It's not my villa. She linked her arm through mine. Brother-in-law, you're so nice. Please take good care of me from now on. If you 3 women don't torture me, I'll be grateful. Just then, Shishir's mother stopped us and said, Shishir's father's old friend recently had a stroke. I heard your medical skills are excellent, so I'd like to ask you to take a look. At the invitation of an elder, I said I could go right away. They quickly took me to the Dong family's mansion. Shishir's father, Dong Yuan, led me to the patient's room. There are 2 more highly trained guards at the door. What kind of person is inside? Upon entering, they saw an intimidating middle-aged man, and he appears to have suffered a severe stroke. Dong Yuan introduced him. This is Director Zhang. Is there any way to treat him? It's nothing. I'll take his pulse first. A famous old doctor from Songshan City, standing to the side, sneered. We've been practicing medicine for decades and couldn't find a solution. Then this young kid shows up, using traditional Chinese medicine, no less. He ignored those old geezers clinging to their outdated methods. And I explained the cause of your illness. You had a cerebral thrombosis 10 years ago. Since then, you've had 3 recurrences, each worse than the last. And you also enjoy drinking alcohol, so the condition couldn't be controlled. Director Zhang L was a little surprised. Just by taking my pulse, you can understand so much. He said he could cure me and I could quit drinking. I know this is painful for someone who likes to drink alcohol. It's okay, just drink less. I'll use acupuncture to smooth your meridians, internal force massage to break up the blood clots, and herbal medicine to regulate your body. She'll be fully recovered in a week. The old quack standing next to him scoffed. Nonsense. Internal energy massage. You've been reading too many comics. Shishir's mother interrupted him. You 2 quacks have been here for days with no progress. Useless. Haran even cured the daughter of a Russian general. Quiet. Young man, if you can cure me, I will give you my full support in the future. A promise from a division commander. What an unexpected gain. I picked up the moxibustion needles. Today I'll show you the power of thousands of years of accumulated Chinese medical arts. A district commander has contracted a strange illness. The entire medical community of Songshan City was powerless. The Dong family sought me out to give it a try. I employed the long-lost Hua Xia moxibustion and acupuncture technique. Using Tianyantong, I could clearly see the patient's meridians and acupoints. 7 needles were inserted simultaneously, precisely hitting the acupoints. The old doctor beside me exclaimed in surprise. Your acupuncture technique is vastly different from ordinary Chinese medicine. I've heard that there's a set of lost acupuncture techniques in the Huangdi Neijing. Is this the 7-star needle technique? It seems he knows a little about acupuncture. Watch closely. I'll pull out the 7 moxibustion needles one by one. Completely recovered. He had a look of disbelief on his face. Director Zhang L could finally smile. He happily patted my shoulder. Amazing. You're a miracle worker. Director Zhang, please calm down. That veteran really has a strong hand. An average person would have been knocked down by that slap. But the 2 old doctors didn't believe it and insisted on an MRI. They were convinced when they saw the results. Miracle worker, I want to be your student. Forget it. You're old enough to be my father. My Haran Tang opens in half a month. You can come find me for a chat then. Director Zhang put his arm around me and said, Good kid. I'll personally bring a case of Mao Tai to celebrate your opening. He really is sly. Thanks again, Director Zhang. But you should drink less alcohol recently. After seeing Director Zhang off, Shishir, dressed as a nurse, invited me to dinner. Brother-in-law, thank you for saving me today. She also asked curiously. I feel like you're quite scary when you get serious. Are all men like that? I get like this when I meet someone I want to protect. As for others, I don't know. I'll repay you. I guarantee you'll be satisfied. I had a wicked thought. I wonder what this girl is up to. Back at home, Xiao Ili immediately pounced on me, clinging to my arm coquettishly. Master, my back hurts again. Could you give me another massage? Shishir, not to be outdone, clung to my other arm and said, Husband, I was kidnapped today, and my whole body aches. Can you heal me too? Oh my god, is this the repayment Shishir was talking about? Just then, Tang Xinyi's roar came. Su Haoran. I immediately jumped up on the spot. I kept a 10-meter distance from them. Don't ask me anything, it's all a misunderstanding. I won't offer any explanation. Her jealousy exploded. HD, I'm your wife. Sister Cindy, you don't even let my brother-in-law sleep with you at night. What's the use of just talking? Su Haoran. Tonight, you're sleeping in our bedroom. No more sleeping downstairs. Brother-in-law, are you happy? So this is Shusher's repayment. Beautifully done. Brother-in-law didn't dote on you for nothing. Spring has finally arrived. I excitedly prepared to go upstairs. Xiao Yili said unhappily. You did that on purpose. You actually used me. Humph. They're a legally married couple, don't get any funny ideas. I was about to go upstairs when I got a message on my phone. It was from my mercenary brothers outside the country. Udonli messaged me saying he's coming to China to see me. And Fox is coming too. DM's going to have a lot on his plate now. Never mind. Consummating my marriage is more important. I arrived at the door and gently pushed. It opened. My Ice Queen wife actually left the door open for me. Finally, since our wedding, my wife has let me into the bedroom. Seeing me enter, she covered herself with the blanket and said, "Let me ask you, what do you mean by consummating the marriage?" I'm a little shy. It's just that kind of thing, I'm too embarrassed to say it. No, for our wedding night, we need a house first. This is my house. Su Haoran, if you want that, you have to buy a big house in my name. Otherwise, you absolutely cannot touch me. So, until then, you sleep on the floor. As expected, to get married, you really do need a house. The next day, Tang Sini and I listlessly went downstairs. My whole body aches after sleeping on the floor all night. It's even worse than sleeping in the guest room. But I've already taken the first step. Victory is right around the corner. Just then, I received a message from Uncle Wu Wang. He confirmed the location of Dr. Song and his son. I had just arrived at the location and gotten out of the car when someone held me at gunpoint. Don't move. Someone's offered $1 million for your life. An online platform, right? Why are so many people grabbing my arm, though? I asked curiously. Why not just kill me outright? Because you're still useful. Soon, I was brought before a man. Cut the crap. I kept you alive. Because I want you to cooperate with us and control Blue Steel. You know what will happen if you refuse. Yes, I do. I suddenly grabbed the S-agent behind me. And threw her forward. Then I kicked the S-agent opposite me. I snatched his cue and pointed at them. This is what happens, you got it. You guys dare to take jobs on the dark web. Tell me, why did you try to control Blue Steel? I was Blue Steel's S-hand. Because I embezzled some money from the organization. He crippled me. I want revenge. You were just an underling, and you dared to touch the organization's money, so you're not loyal. Old Blue showed you mercy by not killing you. I'm not so merciful. After saying that, I killed him with one blow. The female assassin watching quickly begged for mercy. I'm willing to follow the rules of the underworld to save my life. I promise I won't bother you again. I don't usually kill women. If you can get out of here alive, consider yourself lucky. With that, I turned and left. She breathed a sigh of relief. At least I saved my life. Ting. I won't bother you. But I can still go after your family. Just then, a giant of a man walked out. It seems Tiger Boss has spotted me. I'm Lion Technique Bird, Dongli. You still dare to touch the boss's family? I just finished off 2 weaklings. I think they were called Divine Dr. Song. Now it's your turn. In a few days, my Haran Hall's grand opening. Shusher and I, along with Joyce, will be at the entrance welcoming guests. The first to arrive will be Mr. Wang, a long-term client of the Tang Corporation. Then, it was actually young Master Tong from before. He even brought that playboy, young Master Zhao. Humph. Xiao Yuanzheng, why are you so afraid of him? I came to see Xine. Xiao Yuanzheng quietly distanced himself from him. He's definitely going to drag me down later. He clearly doesn't realize the gravity of the situation. Dr. Su, I'd like to see who's going to support you. My clinic has its grand opening today. Even Commander Li of J District brought a case of Mao Tai to congratulate me. Young Master Zhao clearly doesn't believe they came for me. Commander Zhang of L District is also here for the Tang family's sake. At this moment, Lan Gang, the top official of the H District in Songshan City, also arrived. Whose little brat is this? Tie him up and let him lie on the railroad tracks. Seeing this, young Master Shio quickly stepped in to mediate. Boss Gang, please calm down. Today is the opening day of Divine Dr. Su's clinic. It's not appropriate to see blood. Yes, today is an auspicious day. As the saying goes, one doesn't hit the person who brings gifts. Lan Gang said unhappily. Then what gift did you bring to congratulate him today? Young Master Zhao panicked. What kind of gift would I, a gatecrasher, bring? Am I supposed to kick the bucket today? I didn't even say goodbye to my mother this morning. Joey Lee, standing next to him, stepped in to smooth things over. Let's see what's the biggest gift from the guests who came to congratulate us today. Mr. Zhao, just give the same amount as the second largest gift. That's a good idea. Mr. Su and Lao Lan brought a 10 million congratulatory gift today. Zhao Gong thought to himself, 10 million isn't something I can't handle. At this moment, driving a Ferrari, Kumi Ivanova, the daughter of the Russian general, arrived. She rushed over to me and said, "Mr. Su, congratulations on the opening of your clinic today. I haven't seen you for a while. Russia and Ukraine have started fighting. I thought you went back to G to fight alongside your father." Sure asked, "Kumiyeva, how much did you bring as a congratulatory gift?" 100 million RMB. As you say in Huaxiao, it's a small token of my appreciation. Oh, 100 million. So what? I could get that just by being a good child to my mother for a year. At this moment, Mayor Zhu excitedly ran over. "Divine Dr. Su, the European RG royal family has sent a congratulatory message, and a congratulatory gift of 100 million euros. Zhao Gong collapsed and knelt on the ground. "Mother, your son is unfilial. Now I can only marry the 70-year-old rich woman from the neighboring city." Elsewhere, at the secret office of the 5th Division of the G Security Bureau in Kyoto, the European RG royal family actually went through official channels to wire 100 million euros to a small clinic. Investigate the identity of this Su Haoran. Director Zhang's adjutant also reported to him that 3 years ago, the RG prince was assassinated, and upon arrival at the hospital, he was declared incurable. Later, he was miraculously saved by divine Dr. Su. Commander Zhang took a sip of tea and said, "Go back to the military district immediately and mobilize all forces to investigate him." Tang Xini, upon hearing this news, was also in disbelief. "I really can't see through him anymore." After seeing the guests off, I waited for Tang Xini so we could leave work and go home. "Is something bothering you? There's a problem at Haran Logistics City. I need your help." "Is it the Shio family causing trouble?" "Our logistics city is built in the coastal development zone of H County. One of the plots of land is backed by the Shio family. Now they're making a fuss about this plot of land. A leopard can't change its spots. This time, there's no need to hold back." Back home, I asked Cini to explain exactly what the trouble was. "The Shio family previously promised my dad they would give us the land, but they recently went back on their word. They even partnered with some Japanese companies to build a plaza, squeezing the market share of local businesses. It's absolutely outrageous. Some mage stole my blue buff. A bunch of useless teammates. Aren't they afraid of blue steel from the underworld? They've latched onto Huang Renhui, one of the 3 young masters of Songshan. He's the most formidable of the 3. The Huang family isn't just a real estate giant, they have powerful figures backing them. Even blue steel wouldn't dare touch the Huangs. If I take care of this for you, how will you reward me?" Looking at the skyscraper in front of me, I called you Dongli, who had come to China. "Since you're here, you should know what I'm doing. There's an eyesore of a building in the East Asia Logistics City. Do you have any ideas?" He stammered. "That's easy. I'll blow it up when no one's around at night." "Blow it up? Still so violent after all these years." "Don't worry, boss. Lao Hei, won't mess this up." George, my clinic in G is opening. You're the one who spread the news to Europe, right?" "You've got the wrong guy, boss. Fox spread the news. It has nothing to do with me. She said you only came back to her after your identity was exposed." "Fine. After she came to China, I don't know where she ran off to. Go find Fox and bring him to see me. Also, take care of the Shio Corporation building issue tonight." Back in Tang Xini's office, she couldn't help but ask, "Have you thought of a solution yet?" "Don't worry. That shoddily built thing might collapse tonight. How could you possibly bring that building down? Maybe it'll be a natural disaster, who knows? I'll sneak into the building and get everyone out." "Okay, no one's inside. You can start. After this is done, meet me at the Seaside Hotel." Tang Xini looked at the building with worry. Suddenly, there was an explosion. A violent tremor followed. "Oh my god, the Shio Corporation building has actually collapsed. Even the news is reporting it." Apparently, there was a 4.5 magnitude earthquake in a hotel elsewhere. "Boss, my demolition skills have never deteriorated. Have you found the Fox?" "I really don't know where she is, but she said she would find you with a new identity." "Okay, you should leave China tomorrow. You're too conspicuous. You'll be exposed. Since my identity might be exposed, I might as well go to the earthquake relief and be a hero." I looked up and saw 2 people, Wolf Fox, appear. "Someone help me. Bring a stretcher." A reporter rushed over to interview me. "Excuse me, sir, did you witness the earthquake? I saw you rescue 2 people as soon as you arrived. I'm a Tang Corp employee. Of course, I'll step up when there's a disaster. I don't have time for an interview. I need to save people." The reporter was moved to tears. This is a true hero. "Sir, may I ask your name?" "My name is Su Haoran." "Don't ask my name. A good deed shouldn't be publicized." Even Tang Xini came down to distribute food to the firefighters. Then, I casually asked the reporter, "I heard only this building collapsed in the earthquake. While I was rescuing people just now, I discovered that the construction quality of this building is very questionable. My brick-breaking stunt. And the safety helmet I picked up earlier, it's like it's made of paper." Tang Xini saw this and not only admired my cleverness, but she also used this live stream to blame Huang's group for cutting corners. This time, even the backers behind Huang's won't be able to escape. It seems acquiring Tong's logistics isn't impossible after all. We didn't get home to sleep until the early hours of the morning. Looking at Tang Xini sleeping soundly, he. I slowly reached my hand towards her. I slowly reached my hand towards the sleeping Tang Xini, and tucked her in. Honey, I'm going out for a walk. Just you wait and take over Tong's logistics. Meanwhile, the head of the Tong family looked at the scandal in the newspaper. Shio Corp seized Tang's land and illegally built high-rises. I've been in business for decades. I can accept being outmaneuvered by Tang Jun, but now I can't even beat his son-in-law. I slowly walked out from behind him. Sometimes you have to accept your fate. Even a fighter has to grow old. Your time is over. Who are you? I'm Su Haoran, the punk-ass son-in-law you're always talking about. Been under a lot of pressure lately, old man. Get to the point. What do you want? To acquire Shio's logistics, of course. We'll finalize the terms now, and you'll go sign the contract with the Tang Corporation tomorrow. Ting, what's your offer, Tang Corp? You have an office building, 2 distribution centers, and 6 cargo ships. 20 million total. That's it. He was furious. Why don't you just rob me? I handed him a phone. Let me show you something interesting. Young Master Tong, inside, to impress a girl, said. Anyway, I'm the only child in my family, so no matter what I do, my father has to cover for me. Actually, I have a younger sister, but to prevent her from splitting the family fortune with me, I had her abandoned at an orphanage. Hearing this, he furiously smashed my phone. That Su guy. I agree to your acquisition, but on 2 conditions. First, you must help me find my daughter. Second, add 30 million so my daughter and I can live comfortably for the rest of our lives. Alright, I'll get right on it. Tomorrow, you go to Tang's and finalize the acquisition. With that said, I turned and left. Seeing me leave, he seemed to have a weight lifted off his shoulders. So young, yet with such cunning and resourcefulness. He's such a perfect son. The next morning, Tang Xini was holding a meeting at the corporation. We really can't afford over 1 billion yuan to acquire Tong's. She remembered I received a lot of cash gifts at the clinic's opening. She thought I should be able to contribute some. At this moment, a secretary opened the door and said, Ms. Tang, the CEO of the Shio Corporation said he came to sign the acquisition agreement. They also looked puzzled. We're only researching it. We haven't contacted them yet. Then I showed up with old man Tong. What are you doing? The old man and I have been waiting outside for a long time. Divine Dr. Su promised me 3 things and has completed 2 of them. Only the last one, the price, remains. Uncle Tong, what's your ideal price? We agreed on 50 million, no less. They were stunned. 50 million, that's impossible. Old man Tong, thinking Tang Xini was dissatisfied, flew into a rage. What? 50 million is still too much for you. My Tong family's assets are at least 1.5 billion. Do you really want to wipe me out completely? Do you really only want to buy it for 20 million? Damn, Su Haoran, you're too ruthless. She quickly told her people to prepare the contract and hold a press conference. Then she blushed and looked at me. This husband of mine can solve all my problems every time. At a certain military region, Commander Zhang looked at my investigation report. The nameless king of the Western Underworld, leader of the Beast Hunter mercenary group, one of the overlords of the city of Sin, Slanda. This young man is quite impressive. An old man dressed in ancient military attire said, no matter how powerful he is, if he harms the Ji family's interests, I'll show no mercy. But he hasn't harmed the Ji family's interests. Someone wants to take him down and ask me for help. Huang Renhui, the godson of Zhou Tian, the local influential figure. Old Qin, I owe him a favor. You can test him, but don't take his life. I might need his help in the future. Commander, are you referring to the competition against the alien monster troops? We'll talk about that later. You go ahead. I just tried to kiss Tang Xini, but she rejected me. She pushed me away and ran off shyly. Humph, women are all like pickled pepper chicken feet, they don't keep their word. Looks like I'll be sleeping in the guest room again tonight. At this moment, my eyes started to change. This is a sign that my clairvoyance is about to upgrade. I quickly got up and sat down to meditate. Why haven't I cultivated at all recently? The first 2 levels were seeing through illusions and seeing through physical objects. What effect will this upgrade have? I remembered what Master said. Tang Xini is special. She will be helpful to your growth. You'll understand later. Hee. I really need to step up my game. The next day, I drove her to work. In the car, Tang Xini looked at me somewhat resentfully. She had nightmares all night and didn't sleep well. She blamed it on me almost kissing her yesterday. She couldn't resist pinching my arm. And with that pinch, my vision changed. I could see different auras emanating from people's heads. I understood. The third stage of Tianyantong is seeing through destiny. She really brings me good fortune. I immediately pulled over and parked. Honey, give me a kiss. Maybe I'll break through to the fourth level of clairvoyance. Just then, someone knocked on the car window. Who's so inconsiderate? Right at the crucial moment, he got out of the car and saw a policewoman. Miss, you have stagnant chi pressing down on you. Things haven't been going your way lately, have they? She took out her hand. You're Su Haran, right? I suspect you're involved in an MS case. Come with me. You're not seriously hitting on me with this officer routine, are you? You don't have to go through all this trouble to get my number. He arrested me before I could even finish speaking. Cooperate with my investigation, or you'll be in more trouble. Tang Sini stepped in front of me. How can you just arrest someone? I'm going to contact Lawyer S now. Don't worry about me. Have Uncle Wu Wong protect you first. Don't worry, I'll be back soon. I was quickly taken for interrogation. Before it even began, someone interrupted. Chief J just called. He said to put Su Haran in jail first. Damn it, locking me up without evidence. Is there any law left in this world? Jay Hua was getting angry. Do you police even have any discipline? I'm going to go argue with him. And so I was thrown into a cell full of hulking men. The boss here walked up to me and said, New guy, do you know the rules here? I don't need to know because I am the rules. You're looking for S. He threw a punch right at me. I kicked him back dozens of meters with a single, light kick. Seeing that, the others all charged at me. Obviously, I took them all down. I turned to the people behind me and said, when are you going to make your move? I'm all warmed up. When are you making your move? So it's the old man from Commander Zhang's side. As expected of the underworld's Tiger Fong, truly wild. Who are you? Someone in prison actually knows my code name. I saw him quickly attack me. I met his fist head on. You're a little weak. I grabbed him and slammed him to the ground. I punched him in the back. It's because of you, hunchback, that I'm in here. Just as I was about to finish him off, a fist came flying at me. There was someone else in the corner. I hadn't even noticed him. Xiao Qin, never underestimate the newcomers. This young man has the strength of at least the top 3 of the Earth ranking. He might even surpass the Earth ranking level. I sense his strength is terrifying. It feels like I'm facing my master. Old Qin said unhappily. Senior old demon, you said you would help me. Look, my hunchback has been straightened. Kid, your eyesight is terrifying. You can actually see my attack trajectory. Your future achievements will definitely surpass mine. You flatter me. Wudong Mystic City, Kunlun Desert. Reclusive old monster, are known as the 4 great transcendent beings of China. You are senior old monster, right? I never expected this man, who seemed so distant, to actually be one of the 4 great tier-ranked experts of China. The reclusive old monster. Compared to the other 3, I'm still a junior. If you were the disciple of one of the other 3, then we could consider ourselves equals. I was just about to tell him who my master was, when he interrupted me. Needless to say, I've already figured it out. There's no point in stating the obvious. He turned to old Qin and said, Qin Taisui, don't give him any trouble in the future, and tell Commander Zhang to resolve his identity issue. Yes, if my tiger tooth identity is exposed, I'm afraid I'll have a lot of people looking for trouble. I wouldn't even be able to stay in China anymore. Aren't you going to thank me, kid? It would be pointless for a master like you. It'd be meaningless. Haha, interesting. Since we seem to get along, I'll give you a couple of pointers. He lightly patted old Qin, and he fell fast asleep. He turned to the group of burly men in the cell and said, You're all tired, go to sleep. As soon as he finished speaking, the group began to snore. So powerful. Just one sentence and I felt my mind grow heavy. Not bad. Your mental fortitude is strong. You weren't hypnotized by me. It seems your celestial eye has reached the 3rd level. Do you want to know the origin of the heavenly eye? My master taught me. What other origin could there be? Let me tell you. In both Buddhism and Taoism, throughout history, only one person at a time has possessed the heavenly eye. Among the 4 celestial beings, the great desert cultivator achieved the heavenly eye. But no one has ever achieved the Buddhist heavenly eye. I retorted, I have the Buddhist heavenly eye. But you're not a Buddhist. Over a decade ago, a senior expert ambushed the violent monk, and stole the only copy of the Celestial Eye Cultivation Manual. This incident drove the violent monk mad for over half a year. If you encounter him, you'll be in trouble. The skills my swindler master taught me were actually stolen. No wonder when I first achieved the Celestial Eye, I was knocked unconscious. Don't worry. As long as I don't reveal it in front of him, he won't be able to tell. Thanks for the tip, bro. Let me give you some more information. Experts from various fields in China are ranked on a list, called the Earth Ranking. The hunchbacked Iron General is ranked 5th. He has a very good relationship with the 6th-ranked Earth God, Zhou Tian. And Zhou Tian has a godson named Huang Renhui. No wonder the Huang family is so powerful. Turns out they have Zhou Tian, this big shot, backing them. I see you're someone who always gets revenge. You're definitely going to go after Zhou Tian when you get out, right? Of course, I will. He actually framed me. Wouldn't I be letting him off easy if I didn't make him pay? Come with me, brother. What's the point of staying in this godforsaken place? I can't leave yet. I'll think about it. Go back. When I got out, I saw Shishir and Tang Sini already waiting outside. Shishir rushed over and grabbed my arm, saying, Sini was so worried, she's been crying her eyes out at home. I lifted her chin with my hand. Let me see if you've really been crying. She shyly pushed me away. You. So many people are watching. Look how unlucky I was today. I was just surrounded by dozens of people. Hearing this, she rushed over worriedly and asked, Are you hurt anywhere? I took the opportunity to sweep her up into my arms. Your husband is so incredibly brave, I said. How could I possibly be injured? But you look so beautiful when you're worried about me. Let's go home quickly once things are settled, KEG 20. Then she ran off shyly. She's putting on quite the coy act. Brother-in-law, please don't give Sister Meow Meow a hard time, okay? She even injured the warden because of your imprisonment. Alright, I won't make things difficult for her. Thank you, brother-in-law. I'll repay you later. This is a real pain. Would Sini be happy to hear you say that? When I got home, Tang Sini said, Your master, Huancheng, said your phone would definitely be confiscated when you went to prison. He also told me to look for a hidden file on your phone. Then you really got released. Whoa, I snatched the phone and looked. Sure enough, it's gone. This file is a custom online banking app for the European Bank. That swindler of a master used you to cheat me out of all my gift money. Last time, he swindled all my savings to get me married. Just as I was about to bite my phone in half, the phone rang. This is Qin Taisui. Aren't you looking for Zhou Tian? He and Huang Renhui are at the military base now. Let's solve everything together. Tang Sini knows I'm going to take care of the trouble. Be careful. I wish you a safe journey. When I went outside, I saw Yan Jiehua waiting there. Just let yesterday's incident go. I just want to arrest Huang Renhui now. So you have to take me with you. You punched the director. How can you still go on a mission? I've been suspended. Are you happy now? My dad is Yan Taiji, number 3 on the Earth ranking. Those people wouldn't dare do anything to me. So you're a ranking second generation. Why is Section B always getting involved with the Earth ranking lately? Let's go then, Miss Yan. What could make the king of Hua X's B division willingly salute me? Just now, Yan Jua and I arrived at a certain J district, and saw a well-trained troop. Yan Miao Miao asked with some surprise. This is one of the 7W brands of Hua X's J districts, the Fierce Tiger Special Forces. Why am I here? To give me a taste of what's to come. At this moment, Old Qin walks out. Allow me to call you Tiger Tooth Y. Commander Zhang specifically invited you to our W brand troops. Please, come in. These soldiers are somewhat interesting. When we reached the middle of the ranks, attention, a thunderous child's voice rang out, startling Meow Meow. I teased. So, violent girl Jiehua is this easily scared? Mind your own business. Who why, you're an underground soldier king overseas. Interested in sparring with our domestic soldier king? Even Old Qin has to lie down and take a beating from me. Do you think they stand a chance? Meow Meow was shocked. He could actually beat Qin Taisui, number 5 on the Earth ranking. Of course these elite soldiers can't compare to you in Kung Fu, but their basic skills might not be inferior to yours. Tell me, what are your 100-meter dash and shooting scores? The elite soldiers said proudly, reporting, Sir. My 100-meter dash is 10.08 seconds. Reporting, Sir. I can snipe an enemy from 1500 meters. Weak. Too weak. Although both are top-notch skills, to be the king, you need to be beyond top-notch. Anyone who disagrees, step forward. I'll show you what it truly means to be the king. Zhang Shanling, upstairs, asked Zhou Tian, ranked 6th on the Earth leaderboard, beside him. So, do you think Su Haran can win? Experts in the Chinese martial arts world can push their physical abilities to limits that science believes are impossible. It's just that they disdain participating in competitions. But I'm really curious how strong this Su Haran actually is. Meow Meow is looking at a photo of herself and Shishir. Such a pure and beautiful girl. But why does she have to like that Su Haran? Arrogant. And he brags all day. Let's see how he gets off the stage later. You're not taking off your coat and shoes. Are you looking down on me? I said you're only first rate, far from my level. I'm just stating facts. Let's begin. Bam! The starting pistol fired. I shot off like an arrow towards the finish line. One stride and I covered so much distance. Is this guy a cannonball or something? He's already completely left everyone in the dust. 18.03 seconds. A new world record. My friends on the sidelines were completely stunned. This is completely beyond the limits of human speed. And he's running in a trench coat and leather shoes. You're a little bit stronger than I thought. Looks like you still have potential. Thanks. Wang Yu of the Tiger Special Forces is impressed. Clearly, he's been conquered by my strength. Old Qin, are my results still passable? 8 seconds, you bastard. Are you even from DQ? You can check my residence permit. I'm a real DQ native. Enough chit-chat. Let's start the next project. Next is the moving target. Shoot the bottles moving in the air. This kind of training is essential for special forces. Anyone who can't hit 5 sets at once isn't qualified to be the B-King. I know that. You don't have to explain it to me. He's gone crazy. Then why are you holding 2 QS, and having us 22 people shoot at the same time? Do you think your radar, locking on to 22 targets at once? The Special Forces members on the side also looked incredulous. Even advanced 5D machines can only attack 4 to 6 targets simultaneously. I set up 2 Type 96 automatic rifles. And it's time to show my true skills. What is the highest realm of shooting moving targets? I wield 2 machine guns, using my clairvoyance to calculate the trajectories of 22 bottles in the air. Then, a burst of fire. The passing birds were scared shitless. The bottles next to it were shattered one by one. Director Zhang L upstairs exclaimed excitedly, "Incredible. I have to have this kid." Qin Taisui couldn't believe his eyes. 22 bullets, 22 bottles. Not one more, not one less. And he didn't even hit the little bird. I'm an animal lover. No hunting wild animals allowed. So fierce. In the army, strength always commands respect and admiration. They swarmed around me. Are those the reaction speeds of a normal human brain? Is your brain powered by an octa-core processor? Qin Taisui, standing nearby, thought to himself. I said I'd teach him a lesson. Now even I'm completely convinced. Is there anything else you want to compete in, like kickboxing, or an extreme fitness challenge? They quickly shook their heads. No more. They're questioning their life choices. At this moment, Director Zhang finally decided to show his face. Dr. Su, you've truly opened my eyes. If I hadn't shown you a few of my tricks, I'm afraid you wouldn't have come out so quickly. So, this must be Zhou Tian. Commander Zhang put his arm around me as he saw me. I know what you're trying to do. Come to my office, let's have a good chat. I think you just want to drink. Commander Zhang, this osmanthus tea's aroma is still so strong after 4 infusions. Could it be the legendary De Hong Pao? Good eye. You were a king of the underground world outside of China. You are a source of pride for us Chinese. Are you interested in becoming the chief instructor of the Fierce Tiger Special Forces? The rank of senior colonel is equivalent to a full regimental commander. Miao Miao, standing beside them, was displeased. How did he jump straight to T-level? Did you guys make some kind of deal behind my back? Su Haren's strength is more than enough to be the chief instructor of the Flying Tigers. Even if he's strong, he doesn't need to be T-level, right? I'm only a small-time police squad leader. This is so unfair. Let's talk about this later. I came here this time to bring Huang Renhui to justice, and to get an explanation from Zhou Tian, the landlord. Just tell me what you want. I used my divine sight to check his fortune. This earth god has a kind face. He's a man of great fortune and integrity. I really don't understand why he's protecting Huang Renhui. I won't make things difficult for you. I have 2 conditions. First, I want Huang Renhui brought to justice. The crime will be judged accordingly. You are not allowed to use any influence to interfere. Miao Miao thought this person was quite righteous. Secondly, because I was locked up in jail for 2 hours, it caused me a direct economic loss of 1.5 billion, and you have to compensate me. Pfft. They were shocked. You lost 1.5 billion in just 2 hours. You're better at sucking up money than the world's richest man. Even Miao Miao can't stand it anymore. This is shameless. How could Shishir like this kind of man? I'm a famous real estate tycoon. I can afford to lose 15 billion. But I'm not a sucker. Oh yeah, you're clearly not convinced, are you? Right, I'm not. Let's have a go then. If I lose, I'll accept all your conditions. Fine. Since you're asking for it, I'll grant your wish. This is a contest with a 1.5 billion wager. Zhou Tian, the Earth God ranked 6th on the earthly rankings, strikes an ancient martial arts pose. Come on, let's have a good fight. I knew at first glance this was Xing Yi Quan. Known for its ferocity, it exudes a mountain-like aura. But his aura is restrained, with no outward sign of change. I'll use my celestial eye to see through him. I see. Well, don't blame me for being rude. 2 minutes is all I need to beat you. Ting, what a boastful young man. He rushed towards me, using Beng Quan, hitting my chest. I'll take you on. I won't dodge, I'll hit him head on. Oh no, his reach is longer than mine. I quickly retreated. I relentlessly pursued him, throwing a flurry of punches. The Tiger team members watching were speechless. Tiger Y, this fighting style is a bit shameless. He's taking advantage of his height and long reach to bully Mr. Zhou. He must have seen that Zhou Tian is injured and is exploiting it, preventing him from fighting freely. Miao Miao asked curiously, how did Su Haran know that Zhou Tian was injured? At this moment, I suddenly grabbed his shoulder, and twisted it with force. Ah, stop! He cried out in pain. The dislocating hand. His shoulder is dislocated. Ha, sorry, you cried out too late. I'll push it back in for you. The onlookers are speechless. This kid is doing it on purpose. Sue. I lost frustratingly, but you didn't win gloriously either. I'm just taking advantage of you being shorter than me. What's wrong with that? You. He was so angry he started foaming at the mouth. Why do you always hit me in the chest? Your chi and blood are strong but unstable, clearly indicating an old injury to the Ren meridian in your abdomen. He looked surprised. You. How did you know about my injury? You're a divine healer. Can you heal old Joe's injury? Ex-meridian injuries are the most troublesome to treat. Besides, this land god made a mistake, refused to compensate, and won't admit it. Why should I treat him? Commander Zhang, standing beside them, quickly interjected. Haran. Zhou Tian has made many contributions to the country. Can't you put aside your grievances and help him? Divine Dr. Su, if you can heal my injury, I'm willing to compensate you 1.5 billion. He took the bait. 1.5 billion is what you rightfully owe me. For the treatment, add another 200 million for the medical fees. What kind of treatment costs 200 million? You're really shady. Apparently, this small amount of money is a minor issue for a real estate tycoon. As long as you can cure me, I'll pay any price. And I promise Wei Jie won't give you any trouble. I won't agree unless I beat you up. Isn't that right? I quickly healed his old injury. Commander Zhang got straight to the point. What do you think of my terms? You'll be the chief instructor for the Flying Tigers. What if I don't agree to join Team J? Are there others looking for trouble with me, Tiger Tooth? That's for sure. You're too famous abroad. In just over a year, you led the beast hunters across Europe and America and overthrew the regimes of small countries. You've assassinated warlords and presidents. Who would ignore a super dangerous person like you? But I don't like being tied down. And besides you, other J districts and related departments will also be involved. I don't necessarily have to join you, right? Look, we're so familiar with each other, right? I can send these elite soldiers to you in patches. If you have anything to do, you can also let them help you out. Besides, I've looked into your Beast Hunter mercenary group. There are many external members, but only 5 core members. When your team members are ready to retire, they can settle in China. I'll grant them permanent citizenship. Yes, my brothers have faced life and death with me. We'll all get old one day. Who knows what the future holds? Commander, I doubt you're offering these conditions just for me to be an instructor. In 1 year, Tiger, you will represent our country in war. China, and Country E, hope you can lead the Meng. The US and the International Hunter School are holding an international special forces competition for Operation J. I want you to lead the Tigers to represent our country. Also, our investigation has uncovered something strange about the US troops. I encountered the US Navy SEALs in Africa. They seemed different. It seems you've noticed it too. They've assembled a true wild men unit. A special forces team made up of 25 genetically modified mutants. No wonder their speed and strength are far beyond normal humans. But what does that have to do with me? This competition is set in the city of Sin, Slanda, your beast hunter's headquarters. The competition is to see who can take down more mercenary groups. Since they want to target Slanda, then I'm in. But the command must be in my hands. As I was leaving after the discussion, I saw Zhou Tian waiting here. 500 million in compensation and 200 million in medical expenses have been transferred to your account. You need to be careful of the Huang family. They are vindictive. Why are you telling me this? I owed the Huang family a favor, so I helped Huang Renhui. This time, I've done my best. We're now even. Work hard. Gone. Come out. Even if you're sulking, I know you're there. Officer B, shouldn't you be escorting Wang Yanfei back to custody? Commander Zhang sent someone to help me take him back. Don't think you can give me nicknames just because you can beat me in a fight. I just like seeing you angry and unable to do anything about it. She's furious, completely lost it. Kissed me. The violent L girl J Flower suddenly kissed me. Then she shyly ran away. I was dumbfounded. This is too sudden. This is my 87th C kiss. Hello, Tiger YS. Several members of the Fierce Tiger T team saw this scene. Section Chief S, you're truly irresistible. I'm so envious. Being handsome is such a hassle. Women are always taking advantage of me. It's better to look like you guys. At least in front of women, I'm safe. Group D, it's you 6 coming with me, right? Yes, Section Chief S. When I got back to my front door, I couldn't help but think. Cindy will be startled when she sees me with 6 soldiers. As soon as I opened the door, I saw Tang Cindy say tearfully, something terrible has happened at home. A group of people came 2 hours ago and tried to capture me. They were so fierce and all carried guns. Uncle Wu Wang was even injured. Yi Li was also captured while trying to protect me. The Tiger Squad members on the side are examining the clues at the scene. Someone dared to use a gun in my China. If I catch them, I won't go easy on them. I went to see the injured Uncle Wu Wang and asked, did Q say anything when he left? It seemed like he held a deep grudge against us. Before leaving, he said he would return. Such a deep grudge, and he has a gun. Could it be the Huang family? Tang Xinyi cried worriedly. Haran. Yi Li was captured protecting me. You must save her. Don't worry. I will definitely save her. You stay here and take care of Uncle Wu Wang. Leave the rest to me. Reporting, Chief. We've swept the area, but haven't found any clues. There should be some clues left behind after a fight. I used my clairvoyance to search, and found a salt crystal. Q must have come from a beach somewhere. I'll take them downstairs to check. These are skid marks from a Hummer, but they're hard to spot on the road. It's fine. I'll navigate, you just drive. The other 5 of you stay on guard. Luckily, my clairvoyance has leveled up. I can even see tire tracks invisible to the naked eye. The team member beside him was a little puzzled. How does the chief know the route? 1 hour later, I followed the tracker to a seaside J hotel. Chief S, are you sure this is the car? There's no mistake. From now on, don't call me Chief S. Call me Divine Dr. Su. Commander Zhang had you remove your tiger badges, because your identities cannot be casually revealed. Yes. He reflexively saluted me again. Habits from years in the military take time to break. I used my celestial eye to check every room in the J hotel. The soldier was very depressed. Dr. Su just walked from floor to floor. How is he supposed to find someone like this? Then I signed the letter J to him. I found the suspect. They have a QQ account. They seem to know everything. How do you know everything, Divine Dr. Su? I used my clairvoyance and saw Yi Li lying in bed, with an armed man beside her. She's seriously injured. Seriously injured. She's practically unconscious. Seeing Yi Li like this, I angrily kicked down the several-meter-thick door. Seeing someone barge in, the guard quickly grabbed his gun. Oh no, this guy's reflexes are fast. Boss doesn't have a gun. By this point, I was in a furious rage. I quickly shot out 2 silver needles. Jay accurately stabbed his gun-holding arm. In a flash, I was in front of him. I kicked his hand, breaking it. As expected of Divine Dr. Su, the explosive power of that kick was like a cannonball. My hand. 100 hands can't make up for the wrongs you've committed. With one full-powered kick, I sent him flying dozens of meters. I said to Meng Hu Wan, watch him. Don't let him die, / don't let him kill himself. Then quickly go and check on Yi Li's injuries. Yi Li, it's okay, I'm here. Her face was filled with despair as she cried, Jesus. No, I can't call you master anymore. I can't feel anything below my neck. I used my divine eye. Cervical fracture. High paraplegia. The chance of recovery is less than 1%. At this point, Yi Li was already in tears. I'm useless now. I can't be your apprentice anymore. I can't help but remember how she used to be. Such a bright, lively, and adorable girl. So passionate and persistent about sniping. Brother-in-law, you should go. She seems to have lost all hope for the future. I don't want you to see me like this. Yi Li won't pester you to be her master anymore. I held her hand and comforted her. Don't cry. My brother-in-law can cure you. Have you forgotten he's a miracle doctor? You were injured protecting Xinyi. I definitely won't let you become crippled. You saved me because I protected Sister Xinyi. I know you're comforting me. Even when you hold my hand, I can't feel it. You're overthinking it. Even if it wasn't you, I would still do everything to save you. I gently caressed her face and said, I'll take you as my disciple. I promise you, sister-in-law, I'll definitely train you to be a god Q player. She finally cracked a smile. Thank you, master. Wait a moment. I'll take you home soon. I turned to look at the person about to kill. I was radiating a murderous aura. Who are you? Who sent you? Stomp on his right hand. Wah wah. He let out a heart-wrenching scream. I didn't come here to listen to you scream. Then, stomp on his other hand. Don't make me ask a third time. I'll talk. I'll talk. Young Master Huang Renhui has been arrested. The Huang Patriarch wants the Tang family and Yen Miao Miao to be buried alive with him. Typical of the Huang family. You're digging your own graves. What's your relationship with the Huang family? He answered honestly. We're the Huang family's thugs. They can't do real estate business without muscle. So the Huang family cultivated a group of people like me. It seems the Huang family is a dark organization. Second, tell me the location of Huang Ju's tea. I'll tell you everything. Can you spare my life? I embedded him in the wall. You have no right to negotiate with me. He couldn't stand the torture and confessed quickly. They are in Yanhai City. The Huang family all live in the Banshan Villa district. Good. How did you break her neck? He said in terror. I didn't do it on purpose. I just hit her with the butt of my gun. I'm going to kick you now. I didn't mean to. I said to Eli. That HD without the S is also quadriplegic. Revenge has been taken. I'll take you home now. Okay. Eli also showed a smile of regaining her freedom/life. looking at my paralyzed female apprentice. I developed a treatment plan. I'll give you a medicinal bath twice a day, morning and night. I'll also give you a full-body massage to stimulate your circulation. Don't be shy during this process. Li was secretly delighted. Why would I be shy? I'm even a little excited. Shusher, who was standing beside me, said, "Brother-in-law, doesn't that mean you'll have to bathe her every day? Then, will Sini. Haren is a divine doctor. I won't overthink it. Honey, you're so understanding." I quickly prepared the medicinal bath for Eli. Let's begin. I took out 3 silver needles and instructed, "I'll use the 7-star needle technique on your cervical vertebrae. It will be very painful, but don't move your neck. Then, I'll apply the stabilizer to your neck." She couldn't help but cry out. Shusher outside was stirring the pot. "Sister Sini, could it be that your husband couldn't control himself?" She also had some doubts, or maybe. I walked out, feebly supporting my lower back. They hurried over and asked, "How was the treatment for Eli?" "She is still young after all." Seeing me continuously bent over, Shusher asked with concern, "Brother-in-law, is your back aching from the treatment? Do you want me to massage it for you?" I quickly refused. No need, brother-in-law. Shusher will definitely. Let this little witch of yours massage me." "Shusher will definitely. Then wouldn't my back be even straighter?" Seeing this, Tang Sini said implicitly, "Come upstairs tonight and sleep. I'll give you a back massage." I'm a little excited hearing that. A back massage, meow. Could it be that my Ice Queen wife has finally come around? It doesn't matter if I can't straighten my back. Back in the room, I said impatiently. "Let's start the back rub. A moment of spring night is worth 1,000. Her face changed so fast. Holding one of China's top 10 SNM devices, she said, "Did you take advantage of Elizabeth while treating her?" I quickly denied it. "Do you dare say no? Why did you come out bent over?" She came at me with a fly swatter. I quickly covered my head, preparing to receive the loving lashing. But what came was the comfortable feeling of AMO massaging my back. Was the pressure okay? "Thank you today. If you can't cure Eli, I don't even know how I'll face her in the future." "Don't worry, honey. I'll cure her." Half a month later, after treatment, Xiao Eli can walk again. "Once you've recovered sufficiently, I'll take you to Yen H City. I will uproot the Huang family right in front of you." Sini and Shusher were clamoring to go with them. That morning, Eli was doing her rehabilitation exercises, when suddenly a sports car sped towards her. Eli stopped the flying tigers who were about to intervene. "It's okay, I know her. Although I really don't like her." It turned out to be Yan Dejihua. "Where is Su Haran? Someone is injured and needs his help. Their Sanjiao meridian is damaged and they've been poisoned. You can still move freely. It seems your kung fu is quite profound. As expected of the long-admired god Su Y. You flatter me, if I'm not mistaken. So you're Mr. Yen Tai J, 3rd on the Earth ranking. Who could have hurt you this badly? To be honest with you, the Huang family is threatening my daughter. Of course, I wouldn't let them get away with it. Unfortunately, at the Huang residence, I ran into Lin Xiaosong, 10th on the Earth ranking. This man specializes in poison and sneak attacks. I accidentally fell for his tricks, but I've also taken out most of the Huang family's thugs. I thought to myself, no wonder the Huang family hasn't bothered me for so many days. In that case, I'll cure your illness first, and then we'll deal with the Huang family together. What could possibly make even me, the king of the underworld, afraid? Those 4 are actually playing mahjong together. This is definitely not a good omen. As expected, Shusher confronted Yen J Hua. "I know everything. When you came back from District J, you kissed my brother-in-law." "Shusher, I really didn't." Tang Sini exuded a terrifying aura and said, "Bang! What reason do you, a prostitute, have for kissing my husband?" Ichien also chimed in from the side. "I almost died before I was accepted as a disciple. What makes you worthy of kissing my older sister's husband, my master? Are you all ganging up on me? So what if I kissed him on a whim? I'm here on serious business. The tension is getting thicker. I think I should get out of here." "Stop." Clearly, Tang Sini noticed what I was doing. "If you don't have any real business here, stay away from my man." "Top that. You lose." "Interesting. You've only fueled my fighting spirit." I was shivering on the sidelines. This isn't playing mahjong. 3 women make a drama. 4 women are a nuclear weapon. Soon we boarded a boat to Yanhai City. I was enjoying the sun. "It's a nice day, perfect for going out to sea." Right. The 4 of them answered angrily at the same time. To lighten the mood, I suggested, "Outside of G, I often play a game called water balloon toss. Do you guys want to play?" Their enthusiasm made me break out in a cold sweat. Shusher stepped forward to help me out. "Brother-in-law, how do you play this?" "My sister-in-law is better. You throw the balloons into the sea and then shoot them with a gun. Throw 10 at a time, 30 meters out onto the sea surface, then start shooting. If you can hit half of them, you pass. Yan Jiehua said dismissively. Hitting 5 from 30 meters is definitely no problem for me. Even 50 meters wouldn't be difficult for me. She fired the gun confidently. Ely mocked. Missed. Annoyed and embarrassed, she fired 9 more shots. Ting. The wind is so strong out here and the boat is rocking. How is it possible to hit the target? Then, I asked one of the Manhwa team members, who were watching, to try. Clap 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 asterisk. My god, 12 shots hit 10 balloons. Is this the strength of an elite soldier? I'm a little disappointed. You actually wasted 2 bullets. With this level of skill, you can get into the T unit. Seeing this, Tang Sini spoke up for them. What's with your temper, chief instructor? Everyone makes mistakes. Others can. But elite soldiers can't. Because they have to face complex environments. And dangerous enemies. One mistake means losing their lives on the battlefield. Dr. Su is right. We'll start training immediately. From now on, anyone who wastes a bullet does 100 push-ups. At this moment, Yan Wuji walked out. You're a natural-born leader. You're honest. I like hearing the truth. He didn't expect me to be so thick-skinned. You're not modest at all, kid. One should live life a little more freely. What's the use of being too modest? How are you going to deal with the Huang family this time? With the people you've brought, you could easily crush them. I feel it's not quite right to just directly attack the Huang family. It would be better if they were the ones to provoke me. A justifiable cause. Look closely. 4 dominatrices have appeared outside. They strutted into the bar with an air of utter defiance. The center of attention. Becoming the most beautiful sight here. Earning a ton of praise from young Master H. Sister Y, Girl X, Outfit Z, cold and aloof. 4 people, 4 styles. This time, I will personally make my move. The waiter attentively asked, what would the 4 ladies like to drink? Just then, a suave man appeared and said, get them 2 bottles of 82 Lafite. Sir, we want 2 bottles each. No problem. I'll take 2 bottles for myself to rinse my mouth. The waiter, a little incredulous, asked, are you sure you want 10 bottles? Didn't I say so? We use this for mouthwash. Anyway, this gentleman is rich. So these girls are here to fleece this sucker. Okay everyone, just a moment. Soon he brought a dry bottle of Lafite. I actually picked up a bottle and used it as mouthwash. Which prompted Shusher to praise me. Wow, so handsome. Naturally. At this moment, the dandy came over and asked gentlemanly, Miss M, may I buy you a drink? Oh, you shouldn't. Let me buy you one. After saying this, Shusher took the mouthwash from my hand. Here, drink. He immediately flew into a rage. Let me gargle. Miss, are you making a monkey out of me? A monkey is much better looking than you. Don't insult monkeys. Are you looking for S? He was about to attack Shusher. I calmly shot a silver needle at him. It pierced his neck at an acupoint, immobilizing him. Then I grabbed the glass and forced him to drink it. A masochist offers you a drink and you refuse? And you insult such a kind person like me? Hey, stop. A group of burly men entered from outside. I'm Huang Renming, the owner of J Bar. Who do you work for? The fish is hooked. What's your relationship with Huang Renhui? He's my cousin. Since you know the Huang family, this will be easy. In Yanhai City, who wouldn't give my family face? Ha! I threw this spoiled brat on the ground. I stepped on his head. Your Huang family doesn't have any face for me to give. What are you going to do about it? You're messing with me. Get him. Cripple the men and grab the women. Just then, a beer bottle smashed towards them. It was a Flying Tigers team member disguised as a bar patron. I've had enough of you guys. Trying to fool us with that 82 coke. Down with the Yi Ben family. Down with imperialism. Soon these thugs were defeated. Huang Renming panicked and said, Who are you? We're just passing by to buy soy sauce. Right. I'm just trying to buy soy sauce and you guys are ripping me off. This is my bar, not C-City. I'll admit defeat today. Just tell me what you want. You were about to cripple me. For my emotional distress, compensate me 3 billion. 3 billion? Why don't you just rob a bank? Where would I get that kind of money? You don't, but your Huang family does. I've calculated your Huang family's assets to be worth over 9 billion. The available cash is almost exactly 3 billion. Who are you? Why do you know so much about our Huang family? I'm telling you, no one dares touch my Huang family in this place. No one dares touch you. I turned to Elizabeth and said, Disciple, please invite Boss Huang to try my family's wine. Ely grabbed a bottle of J and smashed it on him. Today, I, Xiao Ely, have come to take my revenge. Tang Sini, who was standing next to her, was not to be outdone and also took a swing. This posture suggests it's probably the first time she's hit someone with a bottle. At this moment, he suddenly understood. So it's you, the Tang family. Just you wait. Slap. Who are you trying to scare? You're fierce. You try. Being fierce again. Yan Jiehua on the side was also eager to try. Anyway, you've already been hit 3 times, right? Otherwise, I'll feel bad if I'm the only one who hasn't hit you. At this moment, 1,000 horses were galloping through his mind. Are they ganging up on me? Old Master Huang has arrived. The waiter on the side sighed in relief, seeing his savior. The head of the Huang family arrived with a large crowd. So it's you few who dare to cause trouble on my Huang family's territory. Ting, he's finally here. Now we can close the net. Watch closely. The entire Huang family of Yanhai City has mobilized. Just you few dare to cause trouble on our Huang family's turf. This family's hairstyle is really easy to recognize. Is everyone here? Even the women and children have come. Ting, you dared to come all this way. So naturally, our whole family came out to welcome you. Don't even think about leaving today. I scoffed. Where do you get the confidence to stop us, you murderer? One of his men rolled up his sleeves and said, Old man Huang hired me for 300 million to protect him. I guarantee you'll die a gruesome death today. You're Lin Shaosong, number gone, on the Earth ranking. This hairstyle actually suits you. I won't fight you today. Because someone has been waiting for you. At this moment, Elder Yen walks out. Lin Shaosong, I'm your opponent. You ambushed me last time, now it's time to pay me back. He says in a panic. Yen Taijie, third on the Earth ranking. You recovered so quickly. I guarantee your name, Lin Shaosong, will be erased from the Earth ranking. Before he finished speaking, he turned and ran. Can't win. Time to scram. Scram. Damn it, get back here. Elder Yen Jie quickly chased after him. Old man Huang, what other tricks do you have up your sleeve now? Humph, don't get cocky. The thugs behind him pulled out their guns. Bang! 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 A burst of gunfire suddenly rang out. Why is he still stepping on me? Shouldn't I have been shot? He looked back and saw these punks all had guns. Don't tell me it's 888. The ones who fell were all the Huang family's people. I sat calmly, watching and mocking. Old man Huang, do you have any more tricks up your sleeve? No, none left. How much money will it take for you not to kill me? I originally wanted 3 billion from you. But now that people are dead, I'm afraid the authorities will come looking for me. Slap, asterisk. Evil must be eradicated. Young Master Zheng at my feet quickly begged for mercy. Spare my life, sir. I'll do anything you ask from now on. You're quite clever. I'll give you one chance. After we've dealt with the Huang family, we'll take a boat back to Songshan City. Tang Xini asked worriedly. Wasn't what we did today a little impulsive? So many people at the bar saw us. Don't worry, honey. We're special forces on a mission. Why should you be afraid of the police taking the blame? Speak of the devil. Hello. Commander Zhang. A furious roar came from the other end. How dare you run into downtown Yanhai and kill 10 people under the guise of Unit T? Commander, please calm down. The Huang family was dirty to begin with, and they possessed a large number of illegal firearms. I was only doing it for the benefit of the country. I didn't touch a cent of their assets. Yanhai City is one of the most economically developed areas in China. It's a world-class metropolis. If you cause trouble there, how am I supposed to protect you? I gave a wicked smile. The Huang family members were killed by your elite soldiers. I said to the Tiger Squad members below, do you know how difficult this makes things for Commander Zhang? How is this our fault again? I said, nice try passing the buck. Don't worry, Commander Zhang. I've cleaned up your mess. Find a shareholder surnamed Zheng. He can testify against the Huang family's crimes. You're a sly one. But remember, this is China, not slander, the city of sin. Be more careful in the future. Tang Xini saw I finished the call and asked, is everything taken care of? There's nothing I, your husband, can't handle. It's a pity about the Huang family's billions in assets. That night, I asked old Yen. Lin Shaosong escaped. He got in touch with the D King of Yanhai and someone helped him escape. Is King D powerful? He's not on the Earth ranking, but he's very influential. He's quite renowned in Yanhai, Kyoto, and the A sect. He's not someone you want to mess with. Trouble's coming. Can't avoid it even if I want to. At this moment, a large private yacht is heading towards us. Looking at this massive private yacht, I'm filled with envy. I'll tell my wife to buy me one too. Several figures appeared on the deck and said, I am Zhou Fa, the Poison King of Yanhai. I heard that Brother Yen, third on the Huaxia Earth ranking, has come to Yanhai. I've come especially to invite Brother Yen aboard for a cup of tea. Seeing that he couldn't avoid it, Yen Taiji went along with it. Since your majesty invites me, I naturally should board. But the children on my small boat are in a hurry. I'll go alone. I heard that divine Dr. Su of Mount Song is also here. I wonder if you would be so kind as to join me on the boat. It seems you came prepared. Since your majesty has invited me, I must board. Tang Xini worried. Haran, this big ship is dangerous, right? Shoo. Don't come over here and don't speak. Let the Tiger team escort you back. Don't worry about me. If I wanted to leave, who could stop me? We soon boarded this luxury cruise ship. Zhou Fa saw that it was just the two of us and said, I'm known for my gambling. Are you two interested in a couple of rounds? Humph. You just want to win back the Huang family's losses. Just say it. Since you mentioned the Huang family, why don't we gamble with the Huang family's assets? Old Yen whispered. This Du Wang is pretending to avenge the Huang family, but he's actually after their assets. After all, everyone's envious of billions in assets. Heh heh. The Huang family's assets now belong to the military. I'm a casual guy. You can call me whatever you like. He said as he shuffled the cards skillfully. It's just the two of us, let's just play a simple game of poker. Let's just play high-low. Simple, and it's not easy to cheat. Okay. The Huang family's solid 3 billion in liquid funds. No problem. But let's add a little something extra. I suddenly tossed my finished apple to his female bodyguard. She caught it instinctively and said, disgusting. So slimy. It really is you. Does the woman behind you agree with this? Zhou Fa looked surprised. She, Yang Yuning, has only been with me for 2 days. If Dr. Su is interested, naturally, there's no problem. Great. Let me show you my shuffling skills. Holy crap. Pull. This is called scattering flowers from heaven. We each draw our cards. Let's start with 100 million. I'm in. I'll raise another 400 million. Zhou Fa is a little dumbfounded. Could he have drawn the king? It's better to be cautious. I'm not in. What a shame. If you draw the joker this round, you win 100 million. Dr. Su, it's your turn to shuffle. Okay, time to show my true skills. Card skills from the city of Sin, Slanda. Go ahead. This kid was definitely playing possum. He drew the 10 of spades. Then switched it out from his sleeve for the ace of hearts. I saw him switch the cards clearly with my clairvoyance. He's probably hiding the ace, jack, queen, and king. I'll bet 600 million this round. Do you call? He said confidently. Of course, I'll call. You haven't even looked at your cards. Are you that confident? No need to look. I checked the calendar. Today's my lucky day. Should I tell you I have clairvoyance? Damn. This miracle doctor is also a charlatan. I don't believe you can keep drawing jokers. About to be proven wrong. Damn it. This time it's Xiao Wang's turn. Ha. Xiao Wang, you can't beat me this time. I pointed to my king. It pissed him off so much he died. How could this happen? He resigned himself to fate. Divine Dr. Su, I lost the 3 billion. I said to the female bodyguard. Come here, you too. I patted her arm. Now you're mine. This woman knows quite a bit about me. She's also the Black Deity Society's mole by my side. A complete spy. Elder Yen, standing beside me, couldn't help but sneer. You sly dog. Keeping the wife at home, while playing around outside. Don't talk nonsense, I'm a decent man. I'm here to collect my cruise ship money. Zhou Fei, I don't have time to siphon off the Huang family's funds. Just give me the cash. Sure, but I can only give you 2 billion at a time. I need to pull a lot of strings to get it out. The Huang family's assets are supposed to be handed over to Commander Zhang. Let's see how you pull that off. Forget it, I hit it off with you, Your Majesty. Let's all get rich together. Give me the 2 billion now. 2 billion yuan received. The money quickly arrived in my account. Mr. Wang is a straightforward man. It feels like we should have met sooner. Just then, his phone rang. What? Get ready. Something's about to happen. I didn't expect that the dignified gambling king would refuse to pay up after losing. The Huang family was raided by the authorities. You still have the nerve to ask me for 2 billion. Godfather, you're changing your tune awfully fast. Just now you were all lovey-dovey with me. He said angrily. Kill him. The bodyguard beside him immediately drew his gun. Humph. Look, I'm possessed by Chow Yun Fat. I'll quickly fling a deck of poker cards at them, stabbing them in their gun-holding arms. Then, I'll perform the lightning dance and knock them all down. God of gamblers. I clearly let you earn 10 billion, but you still attacked us. Shouldn't you give us reasonable compensation? Give it, I'll give it. Seeing the needles, his face turned ashen. After waving the gun and brandishing the stick around, shouldn't you give us 500 million each as compensation? 500 million. I have a bad temper. You don't want to become the second Huang family, do you? I'll give it. I'll give it now. Let me give you another big gift. I've inserted a silver needle into your spine. What did you do to me? That was a Zhugu needle. In a year, it will burrow into your brain along your spine. If you don't want to become a fool, come to Songshan Haran Tang to find me every year. For a fee, of course. After dealing with the gambling king, we'll take the opportunity to return to Songshan. I thought you'd take the opportunity to escape. Zhou Fa lost me to you. Naturally, I'm yours. You're smart. But from now on, you're not allowed to wear sunglasses when you're with me. Your eyes are so beautiful. Hi, that Yen Lao kid over there is trouble. I need to keep my daughter away from him. Then someone on the plane suddenly had a heart attack. I quickly stepped forward. I'm a doctor. Let me take a look. I took his pulse. It was acute coronary heart disease. Help me lay him flat and raise his legs. Someone next to me said shyly, does saving someone have to be done in such an embarrassing position? I took out my moxibustion needles and used the 7-star needle technique, inserting them into 7 acupoints on his chest. He woke up shortly after, and quickly thanked me. I am Yi Maoyuan, chairman of Yanhai Zhongqi. I'm incredibly grateful for your superb medical skills, divine doctor. He was about to offer me money. This is a small token of my appreciation. I stopped his hand. Saving you today was just a small effort. If I need your help in the future, I'll just ask you for a favor. Your noble character makes my presumption embarrassing. Here's my business card. Yang Yuning, standing next to me, saw what I did. This guy's ruthless in competition, but goes all out to save someone. What does he want with me after winning me? Welcome. Please come in and have a look around. She was completely bewildered. What's going on? Buying clothes for you, at a women's clothing store. I'm buying them for myself. My last supper. Cut the crap. Go try on this dress. Forget it. My life is already his anyway. Might as well wear something nice before I die. This man is so extravagant buying clothes for a woman. I'll take everything except for the one Yi Bianya is wearing. Have Miss Yang Yuning try all of them on. Which outfit do you think looks best? Sir, here is your VVVVIP card. Please send all the clothes to this address. The staff couldn't help but feel envious. So ridiculously rich. We want a boyfriend like that too. On the way back, I reminded her, look. Since I won you, you'd better be obedient. Her heart tightened. Was the sentence finally being handed down? Just how was he going to torment her? From now on, you'll work at my clinic. I'll cover your room and board, but no salary. And no inappropriate thoughts about me. That's all. What? Do you have any other special requests? A whip? Candles? No, nothing. It's Master. I hope calling him Master won't cause any trouble later. At a park in Songshan City, I'm using my clairvoyance to find someone. Phew, finally found them. Shusher and Ely rushed towards me. Brother-in-law. Master. We were so worried. I was startled. If you just pounce on someone like that, of course you'll get hit. I hugged Tang Xini and said, honey, I got you a big client. Don't I deserve a reward? What big client? Dr. Su, what a coincidence to meet you again. This is Director Yi, who had a sudden illness on the plane. Yes. I've been searching for you for ages using my clairvoyance. I brought them to the Tang Corporation's Logistics Center. Mr. Yi, what do you think of the East Asia Logistics Center? To be honest, it's smaller than I expected. Our Yanhai Zhongqi doesn't just build 4S stores. Plus, warehouses for vehicles and Class C service stations. Your ocean freight capacity looks a little insufficient. Tang Xini felt embarrassed on the side. So embarrassing. I'm afraid Haren's hard-won major client will be lost. Tell you what, I'll personally invest 4 billion. Tang Corporation will place orders for cargo ships with shipyards nationwide. Tang Xini asked, puzzled. Didn't your master swindle all your savings? It's fine. A few kind souls gave me a few billion these past few days. Wait, are you from the Tang Corporation? Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Tang Xini, the domestic CEO of the Tang Corporation. Mr. Tang Jun is my father. Since it's the Tang Corporation, we have full confidence. It was a pleasure working with you. Back at home, Tang Xini looked at the headlines. A modern-day Huatuo. A doting husband. It really is. And he's quite domineering too. Then I peeked my head up from the floor and tentatively asked, honey, I landed you a big client. Let me give you a kiss. No. She shyly turned her head away. Humph. I pretended to be disappointed. She seemed to feel a little bad and said, how about I kiss you? Hearing that, I immediately perked up. Really? Close your eyes and don't move. Slowly come closer to me. Finally some real progress after so many days of marriage. My heart aches. After completing the first step, I tentatively asked, maybe we could take things further. And then I was kicked out. No way. That violent bitch stole another kiss from me. Just now, Director Yi of Zhongqi Motors was kidnapped. His men were killed. I'll use my clairvoyance to check the scene. Tell me what clues you have. The victim died 5 hours ago from strangulation. After checking the hotel surveillance, we've confirmed this is the first crime scene. Ting, you're pretty bold to say that. This clearly isn't the first crime scene. The nearby police officers were displeased. I'm a professional forensic scientist. How dare you question me? Look at this. If the victim's aorta was severed, how much blood would there be? There's barely any blood on the ground. So, the initial crime scene doesn't make sense. Forget it. I'll find the murderer myself. He's my important partner. Yan Miao Miao quickly said. I'll go with you. You should stay behind since you're in uniform. It might attract the killer's attention. What's the big deal about a uniform? She took off her jacket. Even without the uniform, I'm still a police officer. Let's go. I followed the footprints with my clairvoyance and arrived at a room. I knocked softly on the door. Suddenly, I took the cue from behind Meow Meow's back, and fired 2 shots inside, hitting their hands. Tell me, why did you kidnap Director Yi Jae? Ting. Seems like a tough nut to crack. Meow Meow walked over. Let me interrogate this tough guy. One stomp of my foot. Will you talk? Where's Director Yi hiding? I'm speechless. Who could withstand your stomp? I still need to ask him some questions. Go check under the bed. Ah, he really is here. In such a small room, where else could he hide? Dr. Su, thank you so much. This is the 3rd time you've saved me. What happened? I'm ashamed to say, this was done by my brother-in-law. He did this to force me to hand over my shares. So it's a family matter. You know what to do next. On the way back, Yen Meow Meow stammered. Actually, I'm leaving tonight. My dad pulled some strings to get me transferred to Kyoto to be a police officer. But, we'll meet again. This. Stolen another kiss. Kissing her, she turned to leave, reluctantly saying, Su Haoran, don't forget me. Watching her leave, I thought to myself, a guy as popular with the ladies as me, is probably going to be the envy of everyone. Meanwhile, at the Haoran Hall, Yang Yuning was cleaning. Suddenly, a knife was held to her neck. Did the Black God Society find me? She knocked the dagger away with her broom, and quickly kicked the person behind her. Why is it you? You said you were a Chinese orphan, taken by the Black God Society and trained to be an assassin. Yes. Back then, Master S eliminated the person monitoring me. I was finally free. That's why I'm using my real name, Yang Yuning, again. Ely sensed the danger. You seem quite comfortable calling him Master now. Don't you dare have any funny ideas about my master. You'll have to wait in line, understand? At this moment, Tang Sini walked in and asked, what did you mean just now when you said Su Haoran took her in? Oh no, the wife's here. How am I going to explain this for master? Yang Yuning is your distant niece, here at the clinic to experience life. Luckily, on the way back, Ely told me the seriousness of the situation. I colluded with Mrs. Yen. Tang Sini is still a bit suspicious. No matter how I asked her just now, she didn't say anything. She's rather introverted. I saw a purple aura above her head, indicating she could bring prosperity to the family, so I kept her. I also asked curiously, didn't I tell you to stay at the hotel? I don't know what happened. I woke up here this morning. Good. Your foxtail is finally showing. Just then, Shusha ran over in a panic and said, it's bad. The stones and the person in charge we sent from Nanyang. They've all been detained by the Myanmar rebel army. They said they'll only release them if we pay 10% of the goods value. Tang Sini said in a panic. What? That shipment is the raw jade I'm transporting for the Jia family. 10% is a full 900 million. Don't panic. It's just a rebel army. I'll leave tomorrow morning. They'll learn what happens when you mess with the Tang family. A Myanmar rebel army of several thousand men was wiped out by 2 members of a mercenary group. Not long ago, Myanmar rebels seized billions of yuan worth of Tang family jade. I was planning to go to Myanmar alone to resolve the issue. I didn't expect my sister-in-law, Shusha, to sneak over too. Sis, Tian, Dan, wait. I've been sitting here for ages and I'm about to die of boredom. I'll check what's going on outside. The logistics city convoy is being held up here. Knocking at the door asterisk. Open the door. Military inspection. I used my clairvoyance and saw a bunch of soldiers with AKs outside. Seeing no response, they broke down the door. When they open the door, I'll grab their necks. Fox, you've been following me. Aren't you going to come out and help? No sooner had I spoken, than several bullets hit the soldier from behind. Boss, why? Don't be mean to me. I just didn't want to interfere with your life. Humph. You even secretly brought Yang Yuning to my clinic. Don't you think it's cute when my wife gets jealous? While we were talking, these soldiers were quickly overwhelmed. Hearing the commotion outside, Shusha ran out. Ah, what's going on? Hey, hello there, boss's sister-in-law. Let's get out of here. The Myanmar guerrillas will be here soon when they hear the gunshots. Moments later, the guerrilla leader arrived. He said fearfully, why you took out so many of my men alone? General Tuoli, don't worry. If he dares to show up at the Black God Society tonight, I'll make him die in Myanmar. We still have the raw stone trade tonight. I hope you Black God Society people keep your word. Damn. You got here half a day earlier than me and set up an armory. Boss, don't you trust me to handle things? They're holding a raw stone trading event tonight. Not only yours, but their own as well. I need to prepare for this. Tonight, we're going for the big one. We soon arrived at the F Army's base. It seems they really are planning to take all the infinity stones. Those trucks by the road are full of them. Let's go. It's time to move. I easily took care of a few guards, and asked how Fox was doing. Don't worry, boss. General Tori is very busy right now. I'll record it and show you later. Heh, he's lasting quite a while. I don't want to see that. I prefer island girls. You go take care of the guy guarding the truck. I'll go rescue the Tang hostages. Meanwhile, F Mobile Army's Origin Stone auction has begun. General Tori's arrival with underage M&N caused a sensation. The buyers below showed surprised expressions. General Tori, you are so mighty. It turns out the big screen was showing his indecent acts. Ich. Let's get to work. He angrily smashed the screen and said, who did it? At this moment, I stepped forward and pointed at the members of the Black God Society. What? He was speechless. How did this involve him? The onlookers also started discussing amongst themselves. Indeed, this kind of industry is very developed in Japan. Then he realized my identity. I heard Yenya is Chinese. So you're Yaya? Oh dear. You found me out. I wanted to play a little longer. They wore confident expressions. This is F rebel territory. No matter who you are, you'll die here. Since you know I'm Yaya, then you should meet my beast hunter mercenary group. I snapped my fingers. Boom, boom. The F army base instantly exploded. Tori panicked, looking at the explosion. That's my J battalion. Most of my thousands of troops are there. How is it? Are you satisfied with the firepower of our beast hunters? He said to the rebel general who commanded thousands of troops. Are you satisfied with the firepower of our beast mercenaries? In just a few minutes, thousands of rebel troops were 80% wiped out. General Tori, seeing that many of his men were still holding on. You're alone now. Do you think I'm afraid of you? I gave you a chance. I snapped my fingers again. An explosion went off behind him, sending them flying. He was completely bewildered and asked, just how many explosives have you planted around my base? Guess. I casually snapped my fingers a few more times. Booming sounds came from not far away. He quickly begged for mercy. I give up. Every time you snap your fingers, I lose hundreds of men. A member of the Black God Society, hiding nearby and covered in wounds from the explosion, angrily shouted, Baka Yuro. They saw my back was turned and smugly pulled out their guns, aiming at me. But just then, several bullets shot them from behind. It was Fox, in a tree high above, shooting them with a sniper rifle. This little Japanese Black God Society is nothing special. After asking Torres for 3 pieces of grade B raw jade, we met Shi Zhongyu of the Shi family. Why are you helping me? We're all Chinese. It's just a small favor. Actually, that General Torres is backed by the US government. He's deliberately causing trouble for the Myanmar government. Fox, standing to the side, fumed. It's the US government behind it again. I should have bombed him a few more times. Shi Zhongyu inquired. I still don't know what Mr. Su does. I'm the owner of Haran Tang Medical Clinic in Songshan. What? You're the miraculous Dr. Su. Please save my grandfather. 2 days later, we've arrived at the Shi family. One of Dongguang's most prominent families. Shi Zhongyu said helplessly. My family is the leading family in Dongguang, but my grandfather has been ill for many years. This huge family business is about to be left with no one to support it. I can't help you with ensuring the continuation of a prestigious family line, but I can try to treat and save him. I'll take Sherpajun's pulse. My condolences. His vital energy is fading fast. He won't last much longer. My only option is to use the 7-star needle technique's life-extending needles to prolong his life. No. Huli, stop me. The last time you used the life-extending needles, you were unconscious for 3 days. This technique takes too much of a toll on your body. Don't worry. The last time I administered acupuncture was 2 years ago. My skill now is far beyond what it used to be. After 49 seconds, I finally finished the acupuncture. Soon, the old man woke up, and I, weakened, went to my room to rest. My body suddenly feels much lighter. Master's pendant also has this function, but I've always worn it. Why didn't it react before? Could it be this raw jade? I held the pendant next to the raw jade, and soon, the entire stone was absorbed by the pendant. This jade pendant can actually absorb natural jadeite, and then generate genuine qi. I put it back on and then used my celestial eye. My eyes suddenly glowed purple. Excellent. My clairvoyance ability has grown stronger. At this moment, Elder Shi's granddaughter, Shi Yuan, came over and said, Is Divine Dr. Su awake? It's time for dinner. Because I saved Elder Shi's life, he's going to give me his granddaughter, and offering a dowry of 10 billion. I said, a little embarrassed. Sir, this is so sudden. You know I don't have much time left. My only worry now is my precious granddaughter. And my granddaughter is quite the beauty, isn't she? No. Shusher, as Sunny's best friend, stood up to object. He's my brother-in-law, you know. He's married. Yes. My apologies. Old Mr. Shi apologizes. Shi Yuan, standing beside him, looks a little disappointed. Don't reject him so quickly. Excellent men always have a lot of troubles. After dinner, Mr. Shi and I were drinking tea and discussing the situation in Ukraine. Fox and the others were gossiping. Then a butler came running in, flustered, and said, Sir, it's terrible. The eldest lady has been detained by the young master of the Hong family. The old man flew into a rage. What? This is outrageous. And he looks so unwilling to accept this. My family has fallen from grace. Back when I was building my empire, no one dared touch a hair on the Shi family's head. I'll let him taste the methods I used against the Japanese when I was young. Shi Zhongyu, standing beside him, was also helpless. The Hong family's eldest young master's martial arts skills are far superior to his. The old man wants to pin his hopes on me now. Divine Dr. Su, I'll give you 10 billion. Help me save my granddaughter, Shi Yuan. I'm a little taken aback. Your granddaughter is precious, but she's not made of diamonds, is she? I'm not senile. This 10 billion is the dowry I prepared for my granddaughter. Do you want it? This is the legendary ultimate dream of men. The rich Lady Li, tell you what, I'll go bring Shi Yuan back. The dowry you prepared for your granddaughter, keep it for now. As for this money, I'll decide whether I want it later. Hearing you say that makes me like you even more. Let's talk about it later. Huh. It sounds like there's something behind that, let me explain. I didn't mean anything else. I have a wife. It doesn't matter whether you do or not. Shusher, who was standing beside them, said enviously. I wish I had a grandpa like that. I quickly arrived at the place where Shi Yuan was being held. The eldest young master of the Hong family in Dongguang asked, Who are you? Su Haran from Songshan. I then ignored him and directly pulled Shi Yuan back. Your grandpa's just recovered and you're running around outside. Seeing me holding her hand, she blushed. It's my fault. Young Master Hong felt humiliated, and threw a punch at me. Do you know who I am? I'm not only the young master of the Hong family, but also the last disciple of Du Baoyang, ranked D2 on the Earth ranking. I blocked his fist with a gentle push. Du Baoyang? Never heard of him. Damn it. I can't move. Top 10 on the Earth ranking. Don't you know about the top 10 masters of China? Unable to use his hands, he kicked me. Seeing this, I taunted. Did D2 of the Earth ranking not check their disciples' IQ before accepting them? I gave him a light push and he fell backwards. You dare raise a foot against me when you're already under my control? How dare you insult me? Enraged, he threw another punch at me. I blocked his fist with my foot. Crack. The bones in his entire hand fractured. Yen, looking at my handsome and imposing back, felt her heart flutter. That Hong Chong, who constantly humiliated my family. He was no match for him. Is this a full perception? Young friend, stop fighting. An old man in ancient martial arts clothing appears. You are very skilled. Your moves are effortless. You should know who I am by now. I am Du Baoyang, ranked D2 on the Huaxia Earth ranking. Could you give me some face and let Xiao Chong go today? If I let him go, can you guarantee you won't make things difficult for me? I can't. You injured my disciple. This can't end peacefully. Let's settle this grudge with our fists today. Alright. If you lose, stop protecting the Hong family. Shi Yuan, who was standing to the side, thought to herself. Is he doing this for my Shi family? She naively worried about him again. Look, he's so old. Go easy on him. Don't hurt him too badly. I'll try not to kill him. Du Baoyang was having a mental breakdown. As a dignified second-ranked fighter on the Earth ranking, this is the first time I've been looked down upon. Then he took a Wing Chun stance. Come on, young man. Wing Chun. I wonder how you compare to Brother Dan. I'll fight. I'll assume the praying mantis stance. Come on. Are you ignoring me, kid? He launched a fierce attack against me, throwing over 80 punches a second. Strong, but not enough. I used the one young finger on him. It seems your skill is comparable to Master Yen of D3. Give me a little challenge, will you? Young man, you're pushing it too far. He was enraged. I saw his fist gather a massive amount of true energy. He quickly punched towards me. I easily neutralized it with a 4-2 technique. Flick. I then used the powerful Vajra finger flick on him. You brat. Did you grow up playing marbles? I'll fight you. Then he rushed over and we started fighting. Pow. Pow pow pow. Apparently, he wanted to give his forehead a bit more character. Good. That covers up the flaw you found. He was furious. Are you even a martial artist? You call this debugging? I've already beaten several of the top 10 on the Earth rankings. Do you think I'm serious at my age? Are you Su Haoran, the Earth ranking Terminator? Seeing that even his master couldn't win, young Master Hong quickly ran away. I admit defeat. As expected, the younger generation surpasses the older. From now on, I'm moving to Shigang and won't interfere in the Hong family's affairs anymore. Yuan said happily. So my family won't have to fear the Hong family anymore. The next second, her budding romantic heart was crushed. He left without even saying goodbye to me. Shi Zhongyu and the others arrived and teased. 100 billion couldn't even get you married off. Not even 20 yet and already a spinster. Sigh. You're over 30 and still haven't found a wife. She angrily stole and learned my secret one-finger snapping technique. Grandpa, Divine Dr. Su is leaving and won't be coming back. What should I do? What? Do you really like him? It's just when he's around, I feel very safe and sound. Very secure. Silly child, if he doesn't look for you, can't you look for him? The Hong family has lost Du Baoyang's protection. It's time we dealt with them. 3 days later, when I got home, I thought I'd entered the wrong house. The villa had been completely transformed. Then Tang Xinyi's mother, Wang Tingting, came out and said, "So, how is it?" "Not bad, this renovation. Thanks, Mom. It took just over 10 days to completely renovate this villa. How much did that cost?" Tang is dealing with some things at the company and can't come back. While she's away, I have something urgent I need your help with. I was a little surprised. While Xinyi isn't here, what could it be? I brought the South Korean star, Ling Xiaoqian. She has a strange illness and needs your help. Shusher beside him was a little surprised. Is it that South Korean actress? I really enjoy her movies. The Tang matriarch explained. Our Tang family has business dealings with the Ling family. This girl's illness seems to be mental. At night, she's like a different person. I said confidently, any illness can be cured, but I need to see her in person to know for sure. Soon, I arrived alone at the hotel where she was staying, and met her. As expected of one of South Korea's top female stars, her appearance and figure were exceptional. "Hello, I'm Ling Xiaoqian." "Hello, I'm Su Haoran." There's a wisp of black energy floating around this woman's brow. South Korea's current hottest female action star came to see me. I noticed a hint of a masochistic aura around her head, so I started asking about her condition. "Miss Lang, when do you usually experience these episodes?" "Call me Xiao Jing. My symptoms usually start at midnight, and I can't control myself. Please change your pose again." "Oh, okay." The mother-in-law, standing next to them, couldn't stand it anymore. "You're a doctor, can't you be more professional? Do you have to pose for pictures while examining a patient?" Cough, cough. "I want to get some autographed photos to give away." Xiao Qian isn't actually sick. Naturally, seeing more doctors and taking more medicine won't help, because she's possessed. "Have you felt like everything's been going wrong lately?" She was a little surprised. He actually seemed to have some skill. "Yes, my luck has been very bad recently. I haven't had any acting offers for 6 months. Last month, a major director suddenly approached me about a film, but he also wanted to sleep with me. I'm absolutely certain. It's because your luck has been stolen." Then I said to my mother-in-law, "Mom, you can go back now. I'm going to stay here tonight and have sex with her." She immediately flew into a rage. "Su Haoran, you dare to have wicked thoughts right in front of me? You want to sleep with her just to treat her illness?" I hurriedly explained to her. "I'm only waiting for her to have an episode in the middle of the night, so I have the opportunity to help her expel the evil." "Oh, sorry, I misunderstood you. Then I'll leave now." After seeing my mother-in-law off, I chatted with her about South Korean gossip, while waiting for her episode. At 12 o'clock, she suddenly became serious. I quickly asked, "Are you okay?" "I'm fine, I just want to take a shower." Then she turned and went to the bathroom. I felt something was wrong, so I used my clairvoyance to check. These are desperate times, I had no other choice. Don't blame me. Soon, I saw black energy swirling around her eyebrows. It's already begun. Just then, she suddenly looked in my direction. "Who's watching me bathe?" Holy crap, she discovered me using my clairvoyance. She's no longer Ling Xiaoqian. She came out in a bathrobe, glaring at me. "Who are you?" I used my clairvoyance to attack her. Ugh, a psychic attack. Are you trying to ruin my fun? Looking for death. She suddenly kicked at me. I quickly blocked it with my hand and grabbed her foot. I threw her onto the sofa. "Let me see what's going on." I used my celestial vision on her eyes. I saw a large amount of black energy appear on her forehead. Then I was pulled into her consciousness. I had just started to get to know that Xiao Qian. "You're just here to ruin the mood." At this moment, Xiao Qian's body was surrounded by black energy. Her expression also became very cold. "Who are you? Are you using Ling Xiaojing's body to cultivate a clone?" South Korea's Z-Fire girl M-Star is actually someone's cultivated clone. "Who are you? You were actually able to discover me." "I am a Taoist. Dealing with an evil outsider like you is child's play. Trying to ruin my clone plan." She appeared before me in a flash and attacked. I clenched my fists, gathering a vast amount of true chi. "Not only are you so ugly and dark, but also so noisy. I'll punch you in the face with my world-destroying fist." "Ha! What's going on?" She vanished. She suddenly appeared behind me, and launched a flying kick. I quickly blocked it with my hands. This position gave me quite a view. I didn't mean to look, though. UHD. A blush crept up her cheeks, but then she thought of something. "Ha! My figure's not bad, right? If you like it, feel free to look. Even if it's not just looking, that's okay too. This is troublesome now." She saw through my plan. "You want to disturb my mind, make me almost forget that this is just a split consciousness, and this is precisely what you fear." She immediately launched a fierce attack on me, but my counter kick couldn't reach her. Her reflexes are really fast. "You're definitely no ordinary Taoist. If we were to fight head-on, I'm afraid I wouldn't be your match." Unfortunately for you, this is a battle of consciousness. My home turf. How much stamina do you have? How long can you last? This is troublesome. She can fly and disappear. This is probably my most troublesome battle since returning to Huaxia Division B. Suddenly, two of her appeared. They attacked my upper and lower body simultaneously. Then, in a flash, she was above me. She slammed me hard into the ground with a kick. I'm going to report you. Being able to fly and flash is one thing, but being able to use the multiple shadow clone technique as well. This home field advantage is way too much. She's really enjoying herself right now. Your endurance is pretty good, too. You haven't submitted yet, but you should be reaching your limit now. Damn it. Just then, the tiger tooth around my neck emitted a green light. True energy flowed from the tiger tooth into my body, instantly restoring my energy to its peak. A man can't say no. Let's battle for another 300 rounds. She saw the function of the pendant on me. A child like you having such a treasure is a complete waste. This kind of treasure should belong to me. She quickly rushed towards me, wanting to snatch my tiger tooth. At this moment, the tiger tooth emanated the aura of a fierce tiger. She said in panic, "Tiger Fong, you're his descendant. I won't let you get away with this." Then I was absorbed into the Tiger Fong pendant. After absorbing me, it even burped. On the other side, in Island G, a woman soaking in a hot spring coughed up blood. That damn descendant of Illusion City. Ling Xiaoqian went to Huaxia Songshan. Could it be? She instructed the maid beside her. Give me the information on the Huaxia person the Luxing family wanted to kill. Su Haoran. So it was you, Tiger Fong. Tell the Luxing family and that branch. Tell them I, the Black Widow, will kill Su Haoran. This year's offering has increased by 20%. Hey, elder. She's getting a little excited. Huan Cheng, you humiliated me back then. Now, I will use your descendant, Su Haoran, to vent my anger. Meanwhile, at a hotel in Songshan City. Ha! What did you do to me? And you covered my mouth. Ling Xiaoqian slapped me across the face. I'm a martial arts star. I know Chinese kung fu. Calm down. I just successfully exorcised the ghost from you. Thank you so much. But, I'm a beautiful woman dressed like this, and you did nothing. Could it be, Divine Dr. Su, you have some unspeakable secret? Just how vicious are the methods of the G Island Black God Society? To get revenge on me, they've assassinated Tang Corporation executives. Tang Cini cried in my arms. It's too much. Why wouldn't you even spare the children? Now, no fingerprints, nice and clean. Only a symbol left on the wall. A black S-shaped cross. Is the Black God Society threatening me? A crime should not implicate the parents, misfortune should not reach the children. I used to consider you a worthy opponent when you played your tricks on me. From now on, my methods will be unforgettable. I went to Commander Zhang for help, to find the Black God Society's hidden bases in China. He said it would be inappropriate for the military to investigate this matter directly. He referred me to Lu Guangda at the National Security Bureau. They're the professionals when it comes to intelligence. I quickly made contact with someone from the National Security Bureau. I can help you find the locations where the Black God Society is hiding. But given your abilities and status, we could help each other. This way I can explain things. My government has a top biogenetics expert who's been kidnapped. She's being held by Slanda, a terrorist organization. We'd like to ask for your help in rescuing her. Sure, that's my territory, but you can do me another favor while you're there. News of my going to Slanda was accidentally leaked to the Black God Society. Okay, I know why Commander Zhang likes you. Tonight, he brought us to the Black Dragon Society's headquarters. Aren't you going to help? I promised Commander Zhang I'd train these men. It's a rare opportunity. Let them try first. Don't take too long. It's not easy to cause a big commotion here in China. Before I finished speaking, there was a violent explosion inside. I was speechless. Did they bring explosives too? Luckily, I'd already notified Agent G. I was also planning to capture someone alive for interrogation. I rushed in and knocked out a senior member with one punch. You in the bathroom, come out. A woman walked out, trembling, and said, "Don't shoot. I'm not armed. I just need one of you to answer my questions. Only one of you can live. I want to live." This woman just stabbed her colleague. Apparently, the will to survive trumps humanity. I'm just watching impassively. The Tang Corporation executives, they're yours, right? Whose orders are these? She'll answer anything right now. It was Elder Black G woman of the Black God Society. Because you are too terrifying, we could only target those connected to you. It was her, as I suspected. What are you going to do to me next? We've received intel that you're going to Slanda. The Black Widows will send a large number of elites to attack you. Ting. A large number of elites. The Black Gods will see us in Slender. Back home, I was thinking about how to deal with the Black Gods. Then Tang Cini came over and asked with concern, "Aren't you going to rest? You've been working hard these past few days, haven't you? We finally took down the Haishinkai's seed base in Songshan this time. Also, these past few days, I feel like you're different. Your eyes, and the aura you give off. I don't know how to describe it. Could it be S energy? I've been trying to restrain it. Can Cindy still sense it? Seeing her so worried now, I pulled her in for a kiss. Don't worry, I'll be fine. I haven't had D time with you yet. She seemed to relax a lot. That's a promise then. I'll wait for you to come back for D time. On the road to the sinful city of Slanda, a Goan agent briefed me on this rescue mission. Name, Jun Moyen. Left China to study abroad at 16. Became the youngest biology PhD in America at 21. Returned to China at 24, becoming an indispensable talent in the Chinese scientific community. This time, she was kidnapped by the D prison mercenary group to Tiandao Island. Meanwhile, I was still reminiscing about Tang Xinyi's words from last night. Just thinking about it makes me a little excited. D prison mercenary B team, right? I'm afraid this isn't a kidnapping, it's a game between GS. They said awkwardly. This. No comment. Once we arrived at Slender's hotel, I tied them all up. Slender isn't a place for you agents. For your own safety, stay here. I slowly walked out of the hotel and looked at the familiar sky. Slender, city of hedonism. I'm back. I went to the bustling J bar to visit my old friend, Jim. Business is this good even during the day. You come back and cause such a big incident. One life, $100,000. The Slandari Black Society is probably going to be finished. How can you resist the temptation? What do you think? You watch the shop for me, I'll also go and earn some extra cash. Meanwhile, a burly man suddenly appeared, dragging an Asian person. Bro, let me see your H permit. Is that daddy? He heard the islander language, immediately pulled out his gun and shot him dead. Oh my god, this 100 grand is too easy to earn. Situations like this are commonplace in Free City. You constantly hear gunshots. Agent G, having just broken free of the ropes, exclaimed, "What's happened to this city? Gunfire and screams everywhere. Even for Sin City, this is a bit much." Just then, two armed men appeared. Seeing his Asian face, their eyes lit up with dollar signs. "My dear fellows, are you from Island G? Let's see your passports." The G Security Bureau agents were so scared they immediately surrendered. "Don't shoot, don't shoot." Whoa, they even brought out AKs. Huh. They're speaking Mandarin. After seeing they really had Chinese passports, they left disappointedly, reminding them, "You guys should leave quickly. Next time you might run into someone who shoots at Asian faces on sight." Bang! Behind them, someone actually shot and killed someone in the street. "This passport is Burmese. Killed the wrong person." They were terrified. They really shoot without asking. They quickly fled the scene. Meanwhile, Slenderman's Black God Society base was under attack. They desperately fought off the mercenaries' assault. One of them said dejectedly, "Why are they attacking us islanders?" One of them called for help. "Elder, we're under attack in Slanda. Heavy casualties." It seems like the locals suddenly started attacking us for some reason. Before I could finish, I saw a few grenades flying towards us. A violent explosion followed instantly. I was quite pleased, sitting in the bar. This is what Slanda, the city of sin, should be like. Jim handed me a glass of cognac. "Looks like you're living the good life as a son-in-law. Throwing around tens of millions of dollars. Money doesn't mean much to me. It's mainly because the Black God Society messed with my wife," he said teasingly. "What are you going to do about Fox? Your wife is different from us. Can she accept Fox staying by your side?" "I didn't realize you were such a gossip, old man. But he did put his finger on my problem. Here she comes. Fox versus Tang Xinyi, a head-to-head showdown. Don't worry about Slender, it's our home turf after all. You're Fox. As expected of a CEO. You figured out it was me just from what Shirshir said." Tang Xinyi remembered Shirshir's reminder, and deliberately acted coldly, saying, "It was Haran who told you to protect me, right? Get off my bed." "Haran did ask me to protect you, but it's not yet certain who stole whose bed. We'll see about that." Tang Xinyi was clearly still a novice in front of this sly fox. "Ah, you and Haran have." At this moment, the vixen pushes her down and pins her. "What if I carve your face up with a knife? Do you think Haran will stay with you then?" Tang Xinyi remains calm. "If doing that would make Haran leave me, you would have done it already. Are you jealous of me?" "Not bad. You're certainly not an ordinary young lady. Your courage, your intelligence, both are pretty good. I'm starting to like you." She did something I hadn't done yet with a gentle grab. "Haran has a fatal attraction for many people. Do you think he'll have any shortage of admirers in the future?" Thinking of Shirshir and Ely, she relaxed a little. "Ting, I'm the legal wife. You are all illegal. That's right. Let's all get along as sisters from now on." Meanwhile, at the Black God Society headquarters on Island G, the elders began to accuse the Black Widow. "You sent half of our elite to Slanda, and cost us hundreds of our best men. You know it will take us a decade to recover." Facing the accusations, the Black Widow remained calm. Until we recover, we'll be beneath the Yamaguchi-gumi. Was it worth it? It was. But why am I targeting H Corporation? I won't tell you the reason. Baka. Can't even the president know? He's no more entitled to know than you are. Of course, I could satisfy your curiosity, but the price is death. They were immediately intimidated and quickly changed the subject. Okay, then let me ask. What benefit will eliminating Tiger Fang bring to our Black Divinity Society? A large amount of black energy appears around Black Widow, not just to the Black Divinity Society, but to our entire island G. Good. Dispatch 60 shadows to infiltrate China and eliminate Tiger Fang. The elder beside him was very worried. If something happens to Shadow again, the Black God Society will be truly finished. But the Black Widow is the third-ranked expert on our island. If we anger her and she joins the Yamaguchi-gumi, we'll be doomed even faster. Don't worry, Tiger Fang is only slightly stronger than Shadow now. 60 shadows can definitely eliminate him. On the other side, at Slender Man's Paradise Island, after I deal with the Black God Society, I plan to begin the rescue mission. I'll contact Udon, who's on surveillance, via radio. How is it? Are you in position? Ready, boss. Are you sure you'll be alright going in alone? It's very possible that MG has hidden W forces inside. I'll slowly enter the hotel. MG hid people here for secrecy. You can't hide an Apache helicopter here, can you? I walked down to the basement, looked at the wide passage, and exclaimed, Lewis of the Dog Mercenary Group B team actually made such a large empty space underground. Reaching a corner, I suddenly shot 2 silver needles inside, killing 2 guards. Looking at the surveillance camera in front of the door, I thought, is there no other way but to force my way in? As soon as I opened the door, inside, a group of people were firing wildly with machine guns. Just opening fire like that. Are you sure it's okay to waste so much ammo? I arrived at the underground lair of the D Prison Mercenary Group. As soon as I opened the door, a group of people inside were firing wildly with machine guns. I used my clairvoyance to check the situation inside. This iron door is probably about a meter thick. So the person we need to save is inside. Oh. This female doctor is quite pretty. Jun Moya heard the commotion outside. Why are there gunshots outside? Is someone here to save me? If only it were a super handsome older man. I really like older men. I overheard her and was speechless. My handsome canines can't compare to an old man. Since she doesn't appreciate me, I'm not going to bother with her. Excuse me, I'm not a handsome older man. Then I'll be going. Wait for someone else to save you. She looked surprised. Did he hear me talking to myself? But then, remembering he was about to leave, I quickly shouted, No. My light makeup won't last a year. You have to get me out of here. Hearing us still chatting, a mercenary nearby yelled, Both of you, shut up. Do you know what's going on right now? While their attention was diverted, I quickly emerged. I shot out several silver needles, killing a few of them. The others quickly reacted and opened fire. I leaped lightly over 10 meters high and casually shot out silver needles, killing them all. Jun Moyen heard that there seemed to be no more movement outside, and thought I had been defeated, so she quickly started cheering for me. Hey, you have to work harder. You can't die just because you're not handsome. My makeup really can't last much longer. On the outside I'm calm, but inside I'm screaming. What kind of nerdy woman is this? Then I said to the other door, You finished off the Japs, are you not coming out yet, pig? Fuck you. The several meter thick door was kicked open, and a savage-looking person came out and said fiercely, Who are you calling an idiot? The crowd broke down the iron gate. Interesting. Of course, whoever answers is the one I'm referring to. I'll punch your mouth in. He furiously threw a punch at me. I ducked down and then punched him hard. He flew back dozens of meters and got embedded in the wall. This punch. It felt like hitting a steel plate. This isn't a human body. Jun Moya heard our fight and warned me. Hey, you can't hurt that freak's body. He has Komodo dragon genes in him. His weak points are his sensory organs. Shut up, you bitch. After I gank him, I'll torture you, my captive. He threw a punch at me. No need to aim for weak spots with this guy. I'll just go toe-to-toe with him. Pow! That was loud. Jun Moyu quickly cupped her ear. Don't tell me that ugly guy who came to save me died. Stand back. I kicked open the several meter thick iron door. It scared her, making her tremble. Could it be that the person who came to save me isn't human? I appeared with my hands in my pockets, striking a handsome pose. Don't be obsessed with me. Brother is just a legend. Turns out you're not ugly. Too bad you're not a handsome older guy. I set myself up. Okay, cut the crap. I hoisted her over my shoulder and slapped her butt. If I let you walk by yourself, you might get blown up. Blown up what? Before she could finish, a huge explosion went off behind us. A group of people were waiting for me at the exit. Just then, several pineapples rolled towards them. Boom. Boom. Nice work, Lion Claw. I took the opportunity to escape, carrying Jun Moyen. She shouted excitedly. Ha ha ha. Hold on tight, and God, here we go. To capture the Chinese female scientist, the US actually deployed an Apache attack helicopter. Just now, I rescued a ditzy June Moya from a mercenary group's hideout. I brought her to the forest by the docks. I said to June Moya, we're being followed. I need to take them out first. There's a speedboat up ahead on the shore. You go first. Okay, you must come after me. You can't leave this goddess all alone. I'm speechless. Why are you so narcissistic? You don't look like a goddess at all. Humph. Once I'm all cleaned up, Jay, I'll be a goddess. You can't die here. You're kidding. A bunch of mercenaries and a few Americans think they can take me on. I used my sky eye to check their positions. Then I threw a few grenades their way. Boom, boom, a few explosions took out a couple of dummies. How did you find us even though we were so far away? You old men wearing matching couples and pants don't deserve to know. That almost shattered my worldview. I need to get out of here. See? I told you I'd catch up to you quickly. You're a man of your word. Hey, wild man, hop on. I'll take you flying. You PhD girls really do say anything. We were taking off in the blimp, when I heard a rumbling sound from behind us. I looked back and saw an armed helicopter. Damn it, my big mouth. An Apache really did show up. They quickly caught up to us, and started firing at us. Duck, silly girl, turn the wheel. I quickly swerved to avoid it. The Americans actually sent an armed helicopter. Isn't this clearly participating in the kidnapping? June Moyen said proudly. That's because I'm too important. I took out the pineapple. I'll give it a present when it gets closer. She saw it was a grenade and was speechless. Have you been watching too many ridiculous anti-Japanese dramas? Don't judge me by those absurd dramas. I am the uncrowned king of Slender. Before I could even finish showing off, I saw the helicopter preparing to launch a D-bomb. What the heck? Do they have no shame? I quickly grabbed June Moya and jumped ship. You think you're hot stuff just because you're flying an Apache? I threw the pineapple at the helicopter with all my might. What? Boom. A multi-million-dollar helicopter, just gone like that. A few hours later, on a nearby deserted island, I took June Moyen to a cave to hide. I had just covered her with a blanket. When she woke up, seeing June Moyen completely naked, she started yelling, "Rogue, pervert." Hearing your voice so full of energy, it seems you've recovered quite well. Ah, recovered? Yeah, although I tried my best to protect you. The shockwave from the D-bomb still injured you. I just healed you. Don't worry. I closed my eyes when I was giving you the acupuncture. Like I'd believe you. You sly old dog. But I remember you made sure I was safe when we jumped ship. Thank you. You scoundrel. Then I realized someone was coming. Get dressed quickly. Hide in this cave and don't come out. As she was getting dressed, a sound came from outside. Oh, fuck. Clapping sounds asterisk. Rattling sounds asterisk. She poked her head out curiously. Only one person was left on the other side. I said calmly, only you half-breed, are left. Jun Moyu reminded me, be careful, he has lion genes in him. I can see that. He's just a defective product. Defective? Yeah. Look, his hair grows all the way down to his neck. What? This is my mane, not hair. Then he angrily threw a punch at me. Fighting Westerners is so boring. They only know how to use their fists and feet, and they're pathetically weak. I blocked it easily with one hand. Don't you know a lion can't beat a tiger? I punched him hard in the chest, sending him flying dozens of meters away. June Moya beside me looked at me adoringly. Bad boy, you're so tough. Even a lion is no match for you. How did someone so dense get a PhD? I'm starting to doubt this guy is really an important figure in China. I looked up at the sky. More people are coming, but this time, there are people from China. I didn't expect that to rescue June Moya. China would deploy 4 warships. Even I was shocked. The Type 052D destroyer and the Type 054A frigate are here. At this moment, Lu Guangda from the National Security Bureau walked over and said, "This time, in order to support you, we are specifically using the guise of deep-sea drills. If it wasn't so urgent, our 2 H-class motherships would have come as well." That's a bit much, isn't it? You know the US deployed armed helicopters, right? Even I didn't expect that. Indeed. For June Moyen, the US is really close to crossing the line this time. I turned to look at her. Since this girl is worth so much, my luxury yacht got blown up. Shouldn't I get, like, 100 million for emotional damages? Damn, 100 million, just like that. Just kidding. If you come here, who's going to protect my wife? Don't worry, I still have plenty of elite men over there. June Moya looked a little disappointed from the side. He's already married. Humph, annoying. Dr. Su, thank you again for completing the arduous task of rescuing Dr. June. You're welcome. We helped each other out. At this moment, we were secretly squeezing each other's hands. Next time you need something, come to me. But it'll cost you. A moment later, Lu Guangda quickly withdrew his hand and calmly said, Actually, I hope you'll join the National Security Bureau. I'll give you the rank of Major General. If you do anything out of line within the Bureau, I'll cover for you. He quietly moved his hand, a little surprised. You've actually crossed that threshold, just like me. Half-step to the heavenly rankings. June Moyen also invited me over, saying she hopes I'll join the G Security Agency. She said she'd invented a wonderful gene optimization solution, and believes I can perfectly utilize its effects. I quickly refused. I don't want to become a hybrid like those Americans. Ting. My direction is different from EG's. I research human gene optimization, improving the body's strength, increasing strength and speed, wound recovery speed, and so on. I still chose to refuse. Since I'm in the military, I won't join the G Security Bureau. She was reluctant when I made my choice. I hope we can stay in touch, and become good friends. Silly girl. We fought together after all. This life and death friendship can't be erased. Then she suddenly rushed towards me, and stole the 89th first kiss of my very important life. It would be so much better if you weren't married. Don't worry, I won't make things difficult for you. Farewell. Then I left, feeling a little down. I'm still too naive. I reminisced about this 89th first kiss. Lu Guanga, standing beside me, was deeply affected. To capture the heart of the oblivious, man-immune beauty June. A few days later, I'm finally back. Fighting tough battles one after another has worn me out. As soon as I opened the door, I saw Fox waiting here. Boss, you're finally back. How did you know I was coming back today? She quickly hugged me. I'm a top-tier hacker, you know. Don't worry about Cindy. I've already prepared her mentally. She won't mind. Wait. Listen, now's not a good time. You're not up for it. Did you injure your, crucial area? No. Don't look. Actually, I'm currently cultivating at the red dust heart refinement stage. I can't, do that before I break through. The fox showed a disappointed expression. I comforted her. Strength is the key to survival. Go get some sleep. I returned to my room. Tang Sini asked. So you're saying you can't, do that right now? Yeah. I can only consummate our marriage after I break through. Who wants to consummate anything with you? I didn't prepare your floor bedding when I renovated before. So you can just sleep on the bed from now on. Floor bedding is easy to set up. He's clearly been broken down by me. 2 hours later. I regret this. This extreme constitution dual cultivation cauldron's fragrance is intoxicating. How am I supposed to sleep? This damned red dust heart refinement trial. A dual cultivation cauldron with an extreme yang constitution is sleeping next to me. But I can't do anything because I'm at a crucial moment in my cultivation. Can you feel this pain? Morning. Lu Guangda from G Security called. Morning. Did you sleep well last night? No. Try cuddling with Lao P but not being able to touch her. See how that feels. Let's get down to business. Our agents on Island G received intel. The Black God Society sent a group of powerful ninjas to China. The Black God Society again. Help me find out where they're based. I'll give you the information in 3 hours. Do you need us to send someone to help you? It's only a few dozen people. I don't need your help. Then I drove my wife's sports car to work. Meanwhile, Yang Yuning keeps my harem clinic spotless. Good work. Leaving the clinic to you was definitely the right choice. She ran to me happily when she saw me. Master, you're back. I've learned a lot from Doctor Who. I can handle ordinary patients now. I patted her head and praised her. Good. I can't tell what you used to be anymore. Now, to business. Has the Black Deity Society caused any trouble? No. But recently a Buddhist monk talked about cultivating the mind amidst worldly affairs. He also said I was a 3-lifetime fox spirit and wanted to convert me to Buddhism. Amitabha. Then a very tall monk appeared. Buddha is merciful. Why demon, yield to me. Yang Yuning hid behind me in fear. It's him. Hide. I've recently encountered several masters of the heart refining realm. Has red dust heart refining become commonplace? The large monk was a little surprised. Benefactor. You've reached this realm at such a young age. Congratulations. Master, have you as well? Yes. Tempering oneself in the mortal world is a stage for martial artists to reach a higher level. But, Big S, your method is wrong. Experiencing the mortal world is about cultivating your own heart, not relying on others to complete you. The great monk suddenly had a moment of enlightenment. Benefactor, what you said makes perfect sense. I am ashamed. So, what do you think I should do? You flatter me, Master. May I ask which sect you belong to? My sect is from Shaolin. My master is known as Monko. Holy crap. This heavenly eye ability of mine is because my master stole it from the murderous monk. It's truly inescapable. I think I should befriend his disciple, just in case something happens in the future. I'm so envious that master was able to join the M sect. I have an idea. In Taoism, there's a method of S-generating benevolence to break through this stage. It depends on fate, one can't indiscriminately S-generate. That makes sense. King Kong's fury stretches 1,000 miles. Of course, it's to punish evil and promote good. But the problem is, where are the bad guys for me to kill? China is very peaceful. I smiled mischievously. With someone like me around who loves to help others. Have you heard of the island nation's Black God Society? They often come to our China to kill and burn. My master talked about them. Could they be back in China again? Yeah, recently a group of ninjas wanted to come here for a free meal. I'll take you to find them. This made Yang Yuning, who was standing next to them, laugh. He actually tricked the monk into working as a free thug. Master is so bad. I quickly took him to the Black Dragon Society's hideout. I was originally working for G on this one, but I gave you the opportunity, for you. Pretty generous, right? Good brother. I'll go first. He just barged right in. Baka. Who? The ninjas inside shuddered in fear. You're Black Deity Society ninjas. I'm speechless. Can't you tell by their attire? Even Buddha won't show mercy today. I'll S all you demons. The monk emanated a powerful aura. I will show no mercy today, not even Buddhas. I will S you all, you demons. The disciple of China's 4 heavenly kings emanated a terrifying aura. Baka. Shine. Several island nation ninjas drew their swords and attacked him. The monk used double dragon emerges from the sea, sending their heads smoking. A ninja on the side seized the opportunity and threw several shuriken. But my shuriken bounced off him like it hit a steel plate. Is that Shaolin's golden bell shield? I'm so envious. He's truly a disciple of the fierce monk. He's using all high-level Shaolin techniques. I quickly used my heavenly eye to copy and learn his moves. Then I saw him catch a blade with his bare hands. Cannon fist, Black Tiger climbs the mountain. He kicked away the ninja attacking from behind, and then a huge brawl broke out. The Black God Society ninjas were in despair. Why are our weapons useless against you? I watched from the side and side. Such solid Shaolin Kung Fu. Even I wouldn't necessarily have an advantage fighting him. Baka. We can't keep fighting like this. They've already taken out half of us. Then they threw 2 smoke grenades on the ground. Damn it. Monk immediately lost his vision. I used telepathy to tell him the enemy's position. Sanjia. On your left. Dang. A ninja hit me on the head with a fire extinguisher. Where's Buddha's mercy? He actually broke through my golden bell shield. I couldn't help but laugh. That's a fire extinguisher. The monk was enraged. He unleashed a flurry of punches, hitting the attacker's chest. Holy crap. These Buddhist disciples can be pretty brutal when they get going. His heart was completely pulverized. Buddha be merciful, I think I've had an epiphany. Master Hao Ran, leave the rest to me. I will enlighten you today. He's emanating an endless S-energy. The remaining ninjas were terrified. I haven't read many books, don't try to fool me. What kind of monk are you? Wah! The scene is too violent to show. Seeing him so passionate, I'll go outside and make a call. Hello, police. This is Su Haoran, a kind and upstanding citizen. I want to anonymously report a Japanese spy dining and dashing. I didn't wait long before I saw him come out. How did it go? Dozens of ninjas helped you clear the level, right? Amitba. I'm ready to clear the level at any time. I need to return to Shaoshi Mountain for quiet meditation. Such heavy baleful aura. He's about to break through the mortal world, cultivate his heart, and reach the heavenly ranking level. And the cultivation technique is the same as the golden immortal technique my master taught me. It's a righteous cultivation method. My master once said that the 4 heavenly beings all cultivate true cultivation methods. And there are very few people who cultivate them. Otherwise, there wouldn't be only the 4 heavenly beings. He repeatedly warned me not to tell anyone that I cultivate a true cultivation method. But why can't I say it? Why are there so few cultivators? Forget it, I don't want to think about it. Sanjia is very grateful to me. Haoran, you are a good brother whom I, recognize. If you need my help in the future, I will certainly not refuse. Okay, brother, come visit me after you leave seclusion. Somewhere on Island G, Elder Black Widow. The gate's last elite unit was wiped out by a police officer from a single Chinese city. It's all over the newspapers. China really can't be messed with. Damn it, even if China has many experts, there's no way a police officer could have done this. Su Haoran must have other helpers. The elder beside her was in tears. We have no power to fight against the Yamaguchi Gumi and the other groups. Several other elders have already started colluding with other forces. As long as I, Black Widow, am here, the Black God Society will not fall. Tomorrow, I will personally go to China and kill Su Haoran. The prestige of the Black God Society will spread throughout the islands. I haven't been able to find any information about Huanqing recently. He's probably in seclusion. The 3 Celestials probably don't know Su Haoran is from Huanqing. They probably won't help him. I don't care about the Black God Society. Huanqing, I will make you regret this. Just because he spanked this woman's bottom, she said to me, marry me, or kill me. Just now, after seeing the great monk off, I returned to Haoran Hall, and saw Yang Yuning entertaining a guest. Judging by her graceful figure, she seemed to be a beautiful woman. I quickly went to the main seat. Hey, beautiful lady, are you here to see a doctor? Don't be frivolous with me. I heard you know the 7-star acupuncture technique. Come with me to save them now, or you'll regret it. Oh, this girl is interesting. I treat people with a compassionate heart, but I never yield to threats. Then you can try me. She attacked me swiftly with her orchid fingers. This woman is really decisive. I gently grasped her hand. Your hand is so soft. Her face flushed. How dare you take advantage of me? You, let go. I never thought such a beautiful woman would be so violent, resorting to violence without a word. She looked puzzled. Aren't you a doctor? You actually know martial arts. What's so strange about a ruffian knowing martial arts? Humph. You're dead. Green poison chi emanated from her sleeves. She used her chi to propel hidden darts from her sleeves. Pretty impressive. But does your D have any effect on yourself? I'll emit a vast amount of true energy to force the D energy back. He actually blew the D energy back. He's at least as strong as I am. She hurriedly stepped back with her foot. You broke my stool with your big ass and you still want to run? You fierce, fat woman. I quickly got up and chased after her. You're the fatty. Then a 7-colored heaven-swallowing python flew out of her sleeve. Playing with snakes, huh, fatty. Your identity is exposed. I grabbed the giant python with one hand. She was very surprised. Even those on the earth ranking before WK shouldn't be able to catch my snake in one go. What realm is this Su God Y in? I'll take a cup and get some snake venom. Why did you stop fighting? You're actually just obediently watching me take the venom. My snake is still in your hand. That's true. It took me a lot of effort to cultivate this snake goo. Should I crush and roast it? I'll kindly share half with you. The whole thing is mine. No, don't squeeze it. Zhang Shi mixes some water and feeds it to Yang Yuning, who can't move. After she drinks it, she'll be able to move again. Master, It's okay, you don't have to say anything. Let that chubby snake charmer talk. She looks a little surprised. How did you know to use goo snake venom D to neutralize the goo in her? I smelled the orchid incense goo as soon as I entered the medicine hall. You used the blood training goo on me just now. You wanted to control me, didn't you? You're Guo Qiaowei, the 4th-ranked Xianxi Goo Immortal on the earthly rankings. First, you used goo on my assistant, and then you targeted me. Don't even think about leaving this medicine hall without giving me a reasonable explanation. I was afraid explaining to you would waste time. My younger sister has been afflicted by the acute recurrence goo. I heard the 7-star needle technique can seal a person's vital acupoints. If you conceal the D toxin inside my sister's body, I can use the Miao people's D-devouring goo to expel it. It seems quite serious and can't be delayed. Right, absolutely can't be delayed, Brother Su. Before she could finish, a silver needle pierced her forehead. She instantly fell to her knees, immobilized. So this is the vital point you were talking about. She flew into a rage. You were just acting to lower my guard. Did you think I would save someone so easily? Yu Ning helped her onto the platform to lie down. Yes, master. You were quite vicious just now. I need to teach you a lesson first. After saying that, I smacked her arm hard. Slap 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 asterisk. Aren't you very fierce? After a few hours, I asked. Still fierce? Not fierce anymore. Let's talk things out. This time, I'll teach you a lesson. I pulled the silver needle from her forehead. Regaining her mobility, she said tearfully. You took advantage of me. You have to take responsibility for me. What? It was just a fight. You have to be responsible for this. Yu Ning, standing beside us, said angrily. No way. In your dreams, you have to pay a price for touching the behind of a Miao Gu woman. I either kill you, or marry you. It's our ancestral rule. Think again. A handsome, accomplished, and omnipotent beautiful man like me. A beautiful man like me. How could I let you off so easily? Make up your mind, either marry me, or just kill me. You're trying to blackmail me, aren't you? You should know, I'm a married man. Xiao Wei struck a pose, showing off her figure. It's okay, you're so capable. I can be your concubine. Look, I'm fair-skinned, beautiful, and have long legs. Plus, after Miao women get married, they're very obedient to their husbands. Yang Yuning thought to herself. I also have fair skin, beauty, and long legs. He's speaking such shameless words with a straight face. I should change the subject quickly. We'll talk about marriage later. First, take me to save your sister. Master, do we really have to save her? Just now I, Su Shen, am quite renowned. If someone seeks my help and I refuse, wouldn't that ruin my reputation? Besides, Guo Qiaowei is also well known and not a bad person. This is my principle as a healer. Xiao Wei, standing beside me, was deeply moved. She decided she would marry no one but me. Alright. But clearly, I'm the one who got hit in the butt first. If only I were a Miao Gu master. After we left, another guest came to the Y clinic. Hello, are you here to see a doctor? After seeing who it was, Yang Yuning's expression turned to panic. You are. I never thought Black Widow, one of the top 5 fighters on Island G, would come to China in person. Hello, Yagyu Tomoko. Or should I call you Yang Yuning? On another note, I finished treating Guo Xiaowei's sister and I'm about to head back. You're so skilled, you cured her so easily. I've treated this D before, so I'm relatively familiar with it. I have a question. This is the D left by Lin Xiaosong, 10th on the Earth ranking. How did the Miao sisters provoke her? How much longer until my sister recovers? You don't have internal energy or qi. It will take at least a week. You should stay here for now. Okay, then I'll help you see patients at the clinic. Just then, Yuning called. What's wrong, Yuning? What? I'm glad she didn't give you a hard time. Make her a pot of good tea. Close the clinic today, don't see any patients. I'll go back now. Xiao Wei heard I seem to be having some trouble. Did someone cause trouble at the clinic? She's a very beautiful woman. You shouldn't come back with me. You're lying to me, but I forgive you. Because you're doing it for my own good. Anyway, I'm your concubine now. If I go back with you, I can help you. That person has the strength of a heavenly list expert. You going there would be useless. Then I have to go even more. My martial arts may not be as good as yours, but my gu skills are not bad either. The two of us can take her on together. Pfft. I actually think she's pretty good now. Then a blind old man stood in front of us. Sir, do you need help crossing the street? No, I don't. So you're blocking our way. Is there something you need? Yeah, I'm a bit short on cash lately. How about I tell your fortune? It's a reasonable fee, 500 per reading. I've always fleeced others, so ignore him. My master is a fortune teller, so no need for your services. I'm in a hurry. In a hurry to deliver S. Your master charges 300 for fortune telling, I charge 500. Clearly, I'm better than your master. He knows my master. I used my celestial vision to check him out. I couldn't detect any chi fluctuations at all, just like an ordinary person. So, have you made up your mind? It just so happens I have a problem, maybe you can give me some advice. My master is usually just like an ordinary person, but he might be a big shot. He came close, sniffed me, and said, you're going to fight someone today, and you're going to lose. If you don't have any help, you'll definitely get beaten to death and have all your valuables stolen. Xiao Wei was speechless. Did he just, that out? Is he referring to his canine tooth? Old man, why don't you help me? I can't do that. It would be beneath me to interfere in a kid's fight. Then he made a G gesture. Come on, old man. I reluctantly gave him 5 main. He immediately pocketed it. This is really not okay, bullying a child. I've lost all face. He's really greedy. I handed him another stack of main. This weight feels about right. I'll just secretly throw in a few bricks to help you out. Good. Returning to Harren Hall, I saw the black ghost woman waiting here. Give me your tiger tooth. I can give you a quick death. Otherwise, I'll make your deaths, and these 2 women's, very ugly. Xiao Wei was displeased. You woman, such big words. You dare ask for my husband's things. Do you deserve it? Whether I'm worthy, you'll know when you're dead. In an instant, she was in front of Xiao Wei. I quickly pulled her to the right to dodge. Your reflexes are quite fast. No wonder so many Black Deity Society members have died at your hands. So fast. Truly the strength of a heavenly list expert. If it weren't for my heavenly eye, I wouldn't have been able to react. In a fight, you can't lose in terms of momentum/imposing manner. I may not kill you today, but you're going to stay and work for me. I'll kick your mouth in. After saying that, she instantly kicked at me. I quickly used the human Gua roaming dragon movement technique, and retreated, leaving behind an afterimage. Seeing her attack easily dodged, she cursed. That S organization taught him all their best skills. One of G Island's top fighters, Black Widow, came to China personally to deal with me. Your mouth is the only thing strong about you. She quickly kicked at my head. I dodged back and taunted. What, just my mouth isn't enough for you? Check out my core strength. Not bad, huh? She clenched her fists, gathering a mass of dark energy. I'll make you regret ever opening your mouth. Not to be outdone, I used all my strength. My mouth is actually quite soft. You can try it. Our fists collided. A clash of kings. The explosive force shook countless ants in the S Medical Center. Boom! I was sent flying dozens of meters. A punch from a heaven-ranking expert is really hard to take. But she definitely didn't have it easy either. Su Haoren, you actually used such a dirty trick. I saw a wound on the back of her hand. I revealed the D-needle concealed in my fist. My identity is a divine healer. Giving people acupuncture needles is my specialty. Xiao Wei, who was standing beside me, saw that the color of the needle was my little snake's venom. What can a mere snake's venom do to me? But you've angered me. Then quickly attacked me. I just wanted to drive you crazy. That way I'd be relaxed. And the chance to spar with a heavenly ranking expert is too rare. I also have backup, so I have no worries. On the roof of the building outside the clinic, the old man praised. He is indeed the disciple carefully chosen by Huancheng. Maneuvering against an opponent who surpasses his own realm, he can keep his heavenly eye open the whole time. Fantasy City really took in a good disciple. After fighting for dozens of rounds, I taunted. Black Widow, your power has dropped quite a bit. Are you suffering from kidney deficiency? Xiao Wei, who was standing next to me, picked up the goo bell. This Black Widow is too strong. Snake D has been suppressed by her for the most part. I have to help my husband. Then she released a swarm of DBs. Go, sting her. And I started my counterattack. 8 trigram palm, crushing fist. She hurriedly blocked with her arms. This kid's footwork is good. I can't catch him for the moment. And I got hit by D again. Prolonging this is not good for me. This is. At this moment, a swarm of DBs flew towards her. At this moment, the goo worm. She looked at the blisters on the back of her hand. Instantly, she released a terrifying aura, killing all the DBs. You little wench, you're actually a goo master. If you disfigure my face, then I'll really be a lonely unwanted widow. Go keep your DBs company. He instantly threw a punch at Xiao Wei. Oh no, I can't make it. At this moment, a homing brick flew in, hitting her directly on the arm. Clutching her arm, she raged. Who's outside? Who threw the brick? Xiao Wei couldn't believe it either. That old man really is that powerful. Guess who it was? There are 1.4 billion people in China. I'm not guessing. You bitch, you must die today. Then charged straight at Xiao Wei. How dare you? But she ran towards the door. Su Haoran. You just wait. Before she could finish her threats, a brick appeared in front of her, hitting her directly in the area she'd cultivated for decades. Xiao Wei couldn't bear to watch and said, looks like it hit her. It looks so painful. Haoran, you think I'm afraid of some sneaky coward? You say that, but I'm afraid. Sure enough, another brick flies over, hitting the same spot again. I suspect this old man is doing it on purpose, taking advantage of the moment she falls. I flicked a silver needle into her head. You, what did you do to me? The sealing technique of the 7-star needle method. Your whole body feels weak now, doesn't it? Xiao Wei also stuffed a goo worm into her mouth. How does it feel? This is the goo worm of a Miaojiang goo master, me. Is it feeling lively inside you? If you have the guts, kill me. I wouldn't dare kill you. You're one of the top experts on the island nation. If I kill you, a large number of experts will flood into China, and target the people I care about. Humph, you're smart. Now hurry up and release me. We'll settle this score another day. In your dreams, I have 100 ways to control you. Plus, with my goo worms, even if you were a top-ranked celestial expert, you wouldn't stand a chance. With our combined marital swordsmanship, don't worry, we'll make sure you're completely taken care of. The dignified Island G, top-ranked celestial expert, Black Widow, is now kneeling before me, calling me, Master, please have some tea. Actually, you won't lose out by following me. Look, your injuries have been treated, the poison's been neutralized. If someone else had captured you, they would at least have filmed some action movies, the kind your island government specializes in. Yes, thank you, Master. At this point, she's completely incapable of defying my will. As for you two, stop peeking. As if I'm doing something shameful. Aha, we're afraid you'll be taken advantage of by the widow. You guys go out first. I have some questions for her. Go ahead. Why is the Black God Society targeting my wife, Cindy? Initially, the Tang Corporation was undercutting the Black God Society's business interests. Later, you killed the Yagyu father and son, and provoked the D2 family faction, which led to their subsequent actions. Those ninjas you sent to kill me, right? Including the innocent Tang family executives who were killed. I wouldn't allow anyone to kill innocent people. The Tang family incident was the work of a rogue group based in Songshan. I targeted you because I recognized the tiger tooth you wear. I learned that you are Huancheng's apprentice. How did you meet my master? Master, I have a vendetta against your master, Huancheng. My parents were key members of a large corporation on Island G. They were in charge of the branch office in China for many years. We all came to love the various aspects of the culture here. By chance, we came into contact with Huancheng. We all admired her. However, that was the beginning of my family's ruin. Holy crap. My master wouldn't have completely robbed her family, and thrown them out of China, would he? It's actually possible. Even I, his own disciple, was cleaned out and kicked out. I'm starting to imagine all the terrible things my master might have done. I heard the Island G specializes in all kinds of action movies. I want to see it live, or something. I asked, nervously and afraid. What did my master do to your family? He predicted a great calamity would befall my family. We begged him to help us through it, but he callously refused. Around that time, the US intervened in the economy. My parents' company was also hit hard. It was forcibly acquired by a South Korean company. In the end, unable to repay the loan, he committed suicide. I'm nervous. Someone watched her family get ruined and die without helping. That's considered a vendetta. Thankfully, my master didn't do anything excessive. Let me explain. Some people's fates and tribulations are unavoidable. My master didn't stand idly by. Master, are you deceiving me? Although I will obey all your commands, right? The person controlled by me can still question things. Is it because her realm is high? Let's test it out. I'll give her a command. Take off all your clothes. Yes, master. I'll start right away. Alright, stop. I forgot I'm still cultivating my heart in the mortal world. Isn't this just asking for trouble? You don't need to hold a grudge against my master anymore. But if you follow me, your fate will improve. Get dressed first. Don't call me Black Widow anymore. Just call me by my real name, Sakai Miho. 1 week later, Xiao Wei's younger sister had fully recovered. She held my arm and said gratefully, "Brother-in-law, I'm all better." "You're amazing. This Guo Xiaoli is just like Shusher. Stop rubbing against me. I'm still cultivating my heart amidst worldly affairs." Xiao Wei came out to say goodbye at this moment. "I can't stay here with you any longer. I have to take my sister back to the Miao village, and tell the elders about us. Although I really don't want to marry her, considering her bravery in facing those Tianbang experts with me, even death couldn't scare her. It's not polite to ignore her. Just go back to the village this time. If you're going to seek revenge on Lin Xiaosong, take me with you. That guy's good at sneak attacks. I'm worried you'll be at a disadvantage." "I know, husband. I'll let you know when I find him." After seeing them off, I stretched. The Black God Society is taken care of. Sakai Miho is now one of my subordinates. I can finally get some rest. A week's rest is enough for you, kid, right? I'm afraid such good days won't last. Then the blind old man appeared out of nowhere in the clinic. Let me rant a bit. Today we had a patient who likes to brag. He said after I cure his heart disease, he'll save the earth. After seeing Xiao Wei and her sister off, the old man appeared in the clinic. He tapped the chair with his hand, and a barrier enveloped us. I've temporarily isolated this room. Unless someone's cultivation level surpasses mine, they won't be able to hear our conversation. What's so important that it requires such measures? If he's asking to borrow money, I must refuse him. I beckoned him with my hand and said, "Today, I'm going to take you as my disciple. Come quickly and accept me as your master." "Ha! Learn to throw bricks." "Old man, you're not kidding, are you? I already have a master. This person definitely surpasses the heavenly rankings. I'm just not sure if they've reached my master's level, but more skills never hurt. I certainly wouldn't mind having another master. So, how about you teach me how to throw bricks? You can't learn a G-rank skill like brick throwing yet. Your master and I once agreed to take on a disciple with powerful psychic abilities together. So, I'll pass on my ultimate technique to you now. Third Eye, the Taoist Celestial Eye, your Kunlun Desert of the Four Heavenly Kings." He quickly started teaching me the techniques and said, "Heavenly list experts are restricted by X. The G government usually looks after those on the heavenly list, but now some people, driven by profit, are reaching into the secular world. The four heavenly kings are the upholders of the rules. It's not right for them to deal with insignificant people, so I found you to uphold the rules. I can only fight those at the bottom of the heavenly ranking. Therefore, I will teach you the heavenly eye. Heavenly eye, mind's eye, open. I cultivated it successfully in just over 10 minutes. I will teach you another domain, talismans and formations. You've integrated the Buddhist celestial eye and the Taoist heavenly eye, and combined them with talismans. Even with a low cultivation level, you can now uphold the rules." I said modestly, "There's still a gap in our realms. With my current strength, the talismans I can create are also limited." At this moment, I saw Meihi approaching. "I'll test it on her first. I'll send a sinful body talisman flying at her." Alright, it hit her somewhere again. She suddenly collapsed to the ground. Her body became much weaker. I'll use my celestial eye and heavenly self-awareness to check her condition. A 106.7 degree fever. Even Meihi's heavenly ranking power will weaken my combat strength. Yu Ning, beside me, thought I was, Master, next time you need that, I can do it too. Ah, next time, okay. I cast another purification spell on Meihi. Her demonic energy dissipated and her fever subsided. Talisman in hand, beautiful rivers and mountains are at my fingertips. Yu Ning, my adoring fan, looks at me with total admiration. So amazing. Amazing it is. But the tuition is too expensive. That old man took all my savings. I turn to look at Yu Ning. With the purification talisman, Yu Ning can cure most illnesses even without me. We'll earn the money back quickly. She shyly covered her face. I seem to feel Master's burning confidence. I think that's the look of seeing money. Then a special patient came. He said that he would die of a heart attack after a while. He also said if he dies, no one can defeat the androids, and Earth will be destroyed immediately afterward. I don't know if it's true or if they're just messing with him. Take your medicine on time and your heart won't have any problems. Thank you. Divine Dr. Su, I'll take you to get some gear and carry you sometime. After seeing him off, Cindy and Fox came over to complain. I've been so tired lately, I can't keep up. I used the pay-you-on technique on them. Tang Cindy asked, puzzled. What happened? I suddenly feel energized. And what's been going on recently? So many people have come for treatment. A patient angrily demanded. I'm asking you, can you cure me or not? I'm speechless. How would you know without even looking? Another family wants me to marry their daughter. Just now, a patient came to the clinic. He slammed his hand on the table and said, treat my injury quickly. I applied a little force, and the whole table shattered. How dare you slam the table in front of me, Su Haoran? He suddenly panicked. A short, sharp burst of power could shatter this table. Tell me, how are you going to compensate me? Didn't you break it? But I don't have any money. Damn it. If you don't have any money, what are you doing here? This is a clinic, not a charity. I'll pay. My name is Zhuang Shisan. My master, Bao Chunfeng, is in the top 10 of the Earth ranking. I'll use my master's reputation as collateral. Can you treat my injuries first? Zhuang Shisan, your name is really asking for a beating. To be honest, I was tricked into coming here to fight in H City's underground boxing ring. I ended up getting scammed and lost the 500,000 I brought with me. Songsan City isn't a border region. How could there be an H City boxing match here? I'm really not lying to you. The H City boxing matches are held on a cruise ship out at sea. You have the strength of Hidden Gene and you still lost. Could there have been someone from the top 10 of the Earth ranking in the competition? He said a little embarrassedly. Not really. Black market fighters are treated like VIPs. They eat, drink, and have dedicated South Seas beauties serving them. When I got into the ring, I realized my legs were weak. I used my Tian Eye and saw that you were drugged. Those South Seas women used weakening powder on you. It makes your limbs weak for a period of time. I really got played. Do you know who organizes the underground fights? He said through gritted teeth. It's organized by someone named Xiaohozi. The next day, Bao Chunfeng, one of the top 10 on the Earth ranking, came to visit me with a woman. Divine Dr. Su, thank you for treating my disciple. He then handed me a card. This is your medical fee. There's 1 million inside. I quickly pocketed the payment. Well, of course, practicing medicine is about treating illnesses and saving people. It seems Divine Dr. Su is a straightforward and generous person. I won't beat around the bush. My apprentice was cheated, and I can't ignore it. I'd like to invite you to come with me onto that ship. Name your price. I see. You know I've been a little busy lately. I have plenty of income without taking risks. I gave him a you-know-what gesture. The chick next to me pulled out a badge and said, I'm with the China Special Operations Bureau. I have the authority to request assistance from any department's experts, and they have to obey unconditionally. Ting. I turned around and said disdainfully, Mr. Bao, if everything's alright, take this girl and leave. Seeing that I ignored her, she angrily charged towards me. HD, I'll teach you a lesson. I grabbed her hand and said, why are you so violent? Don't force me to hit a woman. I dare you to hit me. Then she kicked at me. I gently blocked it with my hand. I'll teach you a lesson, so you know how dangerous the world can be. I slowly cornered her against the wall, Caboton style. She's quite flexible. She quickly cried for help. Uncle Chunfeng, teach him a lesson. He refused out of fear. Don't you know he's the Earth-ranking Terminator? I knew I shouldn't have brought you, little ancestor, out. I need to teach you a good lesson. I cast the sinful body charm on her. Soon, her face flushed red and she said softly, ah, you big HD, you bully me, bully me. Old Bao's face darkened beside us. Divine Dr. Su, what is this? I quickly explained. I just made her have a fever. Could I have panicked and used the wrong talisman? Out of curiosity, I made a fever-inducing charm. She held my hand and sucked on it. Keep bullying me, okay? Divine Dr. Su, is this really just a fever? Yes, it's just a fever. I can't admit I used a fever charm on her, even if you beat me to death. He looked disbelieving. Can you let my core down? First, would you believe me if I said she's clinging to me and won't let go? At this moment, several golden needles were inserted into Core's neck. Old Bao held the golden needles and said, this is my Bao family's inherited acupuncture technique. Then we bowed to each other and said, the Bao family's acupuncture technique is truly unparalleled. My respects, my respects. Divine Dr. Su's renowned 7-star acupuncture technique is the truly impressive one. However, it doesn't seem to be very effective. I am unskilled in my art. Such a good acupuncture technique, I must be shameless and learn from it. This whole thing is because your core was being unreasonable. I can treat him, but you have to teach me the acupuncture technique. He said with some difficulty. This is my Bao family's ancestral soul-chasing 13 needles technique. It has life-saving properties and cannot be passed on to outsiders. Unless you marry my daughter, Core. Again, you want me to marry another little witch? I'm afraid I won't live past 100. To learn the Bao family's ancestral acupuncture techniques, I've decided to sacrifice myself and reluctantly accept Kerr as my concubine. We boarded a gambling cruise ship. Everyone on this ship is from the martial arts world. They're really so brazenly laundering money. I remembered what Master said a few days ago in the Kunlun Desert. The Xiahou family is both a prominent family and a martial arts sect. Their clan leader is called Xiahou Quan. He's ranked 6th on the heavenly list. He ordered his illegitimate son, Xiahou Zisher, to the secular world for money. If you get the chance, take him out first. If anything happens, we'll cover for you. Lan Yong, the son of the Songshan underworld boss, reminded young Master Su. It seems Xiahou Zisher has a powerful force backing him. Even the police chief doesn't dare touch him. He's even selling drugs everywhere, the kind even our local gangs won't touch. He's got some nerve, I'll give him that. But I've got the 4 heavenly kings backing me. I'll show him what's what when I raid his underground fight club. Scumbag. He bullied me and stole my acupuncture manual. Bao Kur shouted from the upper deck. It's best to ignore her spoiled rich girl tantrums. I got her family's needlework manual, so I won't bother with her. Meanwhile, on the upper deck of the cruise ship, a beautiful waitress said, "Sir, your 82 la fight." Xiahou Zi took a sip, savored it, and sighed. Ah, making money is so easy. With the Xiahou family backing me, I can do whatever I want. Making money is as easy as drinking water. He walked to the window, looked down at the boxing match, and sneered. Look at these ants down there, still getting excited. Your money will all end up in my pocket. At this moment, we also entered this underground boxing arena. Oh my god, this is huge. So many people on a gambling ship secretly hosting illegal boxing matches. I'll go be a boxer later. Just blend in as gamblers. Humph. I'll bet you'll lose later. Why bother? Just give me your money. I was soon taken by the crew to the fighters' recreation area. Here, whether it's fine wine or women, you can enjoy everything for free. This is Ruhua. She will accompany you tonight. Whoa, what a buff guy. I'm very skilled. Holy crap. This is the Southeast Asian beauty Zhuang Shirsan was talking about. He has quite the appetite. No need. Just get me in the game as soon as possible. I just threw up the pickled mustard greens noodles I ate. Core Action Bureau's colleague, King Kong, while hugging a Southeast Asian beauty, mocked. You, with your little face, also want to make money here. You're really not picky, huh? Don't you like Bao Kur? Ignoring the clown, I turned and left. I'll be fine after I eat something. You have fun. I'm just adapting to local customs. Watching my departing figure, the crew member reported to Xiahou Zi. Young master, there's a boxer who's not interested in our girls. He just wants to win money by boxing. Follow the usual procedure. Arrange a patsy to test his skills. Let him win once. Once the gamblers think he's good, we'll send in an expert to finish him off. That way, all the money will be ours. The waitress beside him said fawningly, Young master, you're so amazing. Do you need me to remove the pit with my mouth and feed it to you? Not bad. You're a real player. On the other side, I'm about to start my first match. Although I wanted to get out there quickly, my first match is against this kind of opponent. A blue-haired island samurai. He just keeps covering his mouth and coughing. Did he wander onto the wrong set? Dude, consumption is easily treated these days. You should go see a doctor. I didn't expect my first opponent to be a sickly island samurai, but appearances can be deceiving. He could be playing possum. I'm unleashing the golden immortal technique with all my might. My true energy is surging through my body. This time, I'm going to take this opponent seriously. Look, an orange. I pulled out an orange and tossed it behind him. He immediately lunged for it, and number 9 wins. Good thing I looked him up online. He's the rank J jungler that all squishy heroes fear. But he has a weakness, he loves oranges. Uncle Bao and his nephew looked dumbfounded. He can even win like this. This Dr. Su is really something. A gambler in the audience cursed. This guy is a real talent. We need to keep him benched next time. Xiahou Zi slammed the window like a wolf. That cannon fodder was way too weak. Young master, what should we do next? Proceed as planned. Send in my armored man. Then the referee said to me, Number 9, you've won a round. You can win 300,000. But according to our new rules, you must continue challenging to take the money. Bao Kur found it strange. Why did the rules change? It must be Xiahou Zi's idea. He's manipulating the gambler's emotions. 300,000 for winning one round. Then I have to keep hitting. Ting. I'll play along with this trick of yours. At this moment, a 2-meter-tall giant walked out. I am the armored man. I will crush you all. His appearance stirred roars from countless spectators. Big guy. I bet 5 million on you. Don't lose. He pointed at me arrogantly and said, I've been fighting in underground boxing for 3 years. I've killed 99 opponents. You'll be the 100th. You should feel honored. So much nonsense, nonsense/rubbish. I don't even bother to learn your name. Die. He charged towards me furiously. You're not worthy of knowing my name. Dow 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 dow. With a gentle kick, I sent him flying hundreds of meters away. Old Bao was a little shocked. Although I knew he would win, I didn't expect it to be this easy. And in the private room above, young master, you lasted 3 minutes this time. 2 minutes longer than last time. That's because I'm full of vim and vigor. Just then, his subordinate called to report the situation. What? The armored man was defeated instantly. The big investors are unhappy and want to withdraw their investment. If they leave, I won't even be able to afford this ship. Right. Tell the boss to let him win 2 rounds first. Later, I'll send a master trained by the Xiahou family to take out that 9. When the odds are high, we'll win it all back. A nearby waiter asked with concern. Are you alright, young master? How could anything be wrong with me? Come on, this time I'm challenging 4 minutes. I beat this island's G-warrior. I'll get 300,000 in prize money. I urged. Hurry up with the next match. Let me quickly earn enough money. The host said disdainfully. We'll have the Xiahou family's G-level fighter out soon. Do you really think we're a charity? Player D's second opponent is a blonde kid. Ting. I'm so fast, you can't keep up. With my repeated side-to-side hops, you won't last long. Is this the left hand, right hand slow motion thing? I'll just knock him out with 1 punch. Next. This little guy seems pretty strong. But you ran into me, Liquor. Resident Evil is next door. I'll send you on your way. My name is. Why are you so insistent on knowing my name? The host and Diama were stunned. He quickly reported the situation to Xiahou Zi. Young master, all 5 D-hands we sent have been defeated. The big bosses are furious. They're demanding an explanation from you. I'll go over there right away. First, get that HD9 off the stage. Seeing the chaos, Old Bao said. Xiao's side must be in chaos too. Let's go find evidence of his money laundering. Kur. At this moment, Bao Kur had a look of adoration on her face. He's so amazing. He really went easy on me before. So, you've finally fallen for him? No. No way. He's just a little bit skilled, that's all. But he has no sense of justice. He's already taking a huge risk helping us. Who else would dare to cross a heavenly list family? Hearing this, she started to worry about me, even though he's in the military. If the Xiahou family wants to make a move against him, the military won't have time to react. It seems I've been acting too spoiled. Beneath Dr. Su's roguish exterior, he's actually a remarkable person. Lao Bao revealed a gratified expression. This girl has grown a lot. What? You're not letting me play anymore. I just won 1.5 million. I'm sorry. Our rules state you can only play 5 consecutive games. I'll take you to collect your winnings. A large luxury cruise ship is indeed luxurious. Wow, there's such a big living room here. Just then, Xiahou Zi, who just displayed his prowess, appeared. He's truly a hero, as expected, having single-handedly defeated my 5 thugs. He's quite handsome up close. I'll get straight to the point. I, Xiahou Zi, have the backing of a prestigious Tianbang family. Follow me, and I guarantee you'll reach the peak of your life. Sure, but I'm only interested in money. Pay me my winnings from the fight first. Of course, no problem. Let me show you the power of the Xiahou family. Bring her in. Kur was brought in, tied up. Young master. One of the Earth-ranking experts escaped, but he's also pretty badly hurt. What? She was caught so quickly. This girl is really not ordinary stupid. Even if that person has half-step heaven-ranking strength. Who is this? This must be Bao Kur from the medical family, working for the Special Operations Group. Is she here to investigate me? The Bao family has some influence within the Tianbang circle, but they're really nothing in the eyes of my Xiahou family. It just so happens there are some big shots on the ship who like this type. I'll just sell you to them. Don't look at me, you idiot. If they find out we know each other, how am I supposed to save you later? She looked surprised. Voice transmission. How does Su Haran know the cultivation technique only heavenly ranking experts know? Why don't you sell her to me? I'll give you 100 packs of spicy strips. He looked a bit embarrassed. This hero is really a joker. I looked Kur up and down. Look at this chick. She probably won't even last as long as a spicy strip gives me pleasure. Forget it, I'm not into this type of girl. I'm more interested in you, the expert. I wonder if you can fight as well as I can. Uncle Biao is a half-step heaven-ranking expert sent to protect me. This is a good opportunity to lower his price. He agreed to this sparring match. Uncle Biao, remember to hold back. I need him to fight in the ring later. 5 minutes later. I dusted myself off. All done. Sorry it took a little while. He said, panicked. How did you win? I'm just a bit stronger. But why did you have to be so ruthless? Beat Uncle Biao to a pulp. Kur and I leaned in close to him. Guess what? This guy is ruthless. Not only did he kill the family's half-step heaven-ranking expert, but he also blew up a luxury cruise ship with tens of thousands of people on board. Just now, I broke his arms and legs. And then, wouldn't you know it, we ran into this crazy number 9. He left me with only one hand so I could settle the score with him. Yeah, young master, even I was crippled. Once I recover from my injuries. Xiaohozi, it was him who broke it. No, you can't go back alive. My old man will think I'm useless. If you die, he'll send someone to avenge you. I'll remember your kindness. After saying that, I finished him off. At this moment, Kor and I were preparing to leave the ship. You're angry. Why did you take Xiaohozi's money? That's his dirty money. You have a family, you don't have to worry about food and drink. I don't have any. Cultivation costs a lot of money. You wouldn't know how expensive daily necessities are if you don't cook. She thought so too. What if I really marry him, and he doesn't have a betrothal gift? What am I thinking? She smacked her head. Why did I ever think of marrying him? Go. Let's go find Uncle Chunfeng. This silly girl is so strange. Am I really going to marry her? Just then, a booming explosion sounded. The ship lurched violently. I quickly used my heavenly eye to see. Damn it. Xiaohozi blew up the ship. He's watching the exploding yacht from afar, laughing. With the ship gone, we've won. Those gamblers can't exchange their chips. We've taken all the money. I'm going back and finding out everything about number 9. I will have my revenge. Meanwhile, I'm helping the guests board the lifeboats. Row further away. Don't get caught in the sinking ship's undertow. I turned to Bao Kura and said, don't just stand there, let's get on a lifeboat quickly. Just then, Jean Gang from the Action Bureau came running over, twisting the facts. He went to see the organizers, and then the ship sank and they ran off. Number 9 must be in cahoots with the organizers. Kura said angrily, King Kong, what nonsense are you talking about? Get on the boat and look after your uncle. No way. You have to come with us. You're disobeying me even before we're married. King Kong was burning with jealousy. You dare flirt in front of me? Kura said worriedly. This King Kong's background is not ordinary. I didn't take him seriously. I forced her onto the lifeboat. Don't move around, you're heavy. He took advantage of my back being turned and immediately attacked me. Go to hell. I backhanded him. Hitting him was like swatting a fly. We left him and all boarded the ship. Meanwhile, Tang Sini, alone at home, complained that Su Haran hasn't come home, or answered his phone. I don't know where he's gallivanting off to. Don't worry, he's currently cultivating his heart amidst worldly temptations. He couldn't possibly be fooling around. Sis, you're thinking about men, aren't you? I can help you with that. What are you trying to do? Where are you touching? When I get back to Songshan City, I'll go see Commander Zhang right away. When you called me to save someone, I thought you had blown up their boat. This operation was against a certain rule-breaking heavenly list expert. His family sent people to the secular world to extort money, and their methods were excessive. I was upholding the rules. I was authorized to do so. One of the 4 heavenly men, Kunlun of the Great Desert. Damo is the grand protector of the Ji family. Ha ha ha. So it was him who arranged it. The military can justify anything they do. If you have any difficulties in the future, feel free to come to me. Meanwhile, at the Special Operations Bureau, Deputy Director Jean Jingming questioned Old Bao. Why were you able to escape the ship? But Jean Gang couldn't. He's my son. Old Bao and Kur explained. It was too chaotic, we couldn't look after anyone else. We saw with our own eyes that Xiaohozi did it. My phone's slow motion also recorded a lot. The Xiaoho family isn't easy to provoke. Was there anyone noteworthy during this operation? No. On the way back, Kur said angrily, that Jean Jingming is no good either. He already has plenty of case B. He just wanted to go through the motions and didn't want to offend the Xiaoho family. But we also gained quite a bit. Our little princess, single for 23 years, finally found her Prince Charming. Meanwhile, Jean Jingming made a phone call. Sun Yu, my son was killed. His killer is named Su Haran. He's at a medical clinic in Songshan. Go and eliminate him. After saying that, he slammed his phone down. If I didn't have another informant on the ship, I would have been completely fooled by you. Your families are too powerful for me to touch.